two, one. What is going on, you guys? Welcome yourselves to another in-depth review. I am your host, JDS here, accompanied by Shawn Phenomenon, Gray the Man himself, and Nathan Frickin' Harms. And we are out here listening to my brand new what am I saying? Brand new album that just dropped, Craxis, The Journey. Just a quick overview with it. It's a insane album, three-part series, kind of a three-parter of just emotions about how I moved from my hometown and how I'm dealing with it now. We're going to go hit it from top to bottom. Each song, kind of give our thoughts, our opinions. Gray and Shawn have not heard this album at all, so I'm very, very interested to see what they think about it. Nate and I had a great time past Sunday with the album listening party, listening to it top to bottom. But now he's going to kind of give his outlook on it in more in-depth way. But I'm really excited. I want to kind of just go over real quick expectations with everybody and just kind of what they think. Gray, we'll start off with you, man. What are the expectations going to this album?
So I'll just keep it short and sweet. I think a lot of it's going to be about the difficulties you had with your move. We kind of discussed this earlier when we weren't recording, but it's going to be kind of about, being frustrated at first and then kind of moving into acceptance and appreciating what you've been given instead of, being mad at what was taken away.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Nate, what'd you think, man? What are you thinking? I mean, you kind of heard this already.
I mean, I've already heard the album, but I'm excited to be able to listen to it again and go more in depth. And I don't know, just I'll be able to look for more details, I feel like now, just listening to it in this smaller group opposed to having a larger group.
True. Shawn, oh man, what do you think, homie?
Yeah, listen. So Joseph's scared for me to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Saying I'm playing. You, you know, I don't know a whole lot. So it's an interesting thing where, me and Joseph have done music for a long time, and we've always heard basically we kind of already heard it. Then the last album I did, bro, barely heard anything of it. Like he heard the least in review, mainly because since we super close and everything, it's like when he's vibing with it or not vibing with it has the most effect on me. So similar thing happened with this album where I've heard a decent amount, but really not a whole lot. Especially in context of like, oh, this is definitely the story. I mean, I know what the story's gonna be about, right? Because I've lived with him through it. But like musically, no, I don't. And I kind of noticed. So like, I don't really know a whole lot. So expectations, like I'm hype. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also kind of just sitting here like, okay, like I want to, say I want to experience something. So no specific expectations, just because, like I said, I haven't really heard enough to what the vibe is going to be in like every area from this to that to this to that. The same, I honestly don't really know what the sound is going to be sound wise. I know that certain vibes, cinematic, whatever, but don't really know that. So yeah, I would just say I'm looking forward to the experience. As far as expectations, good, bad. Me and Joseph kind of talked about this earlier. It definitely is probably gonna be but not probably 100% will be a level up because I've already heard some of the songs. I already know it's gonna be a level up from the past work. And yeah, but we're both kind of familiar with the cinematic realm, so I'm interested to see what he does wrong. I'm like, okay, yeah, kind of.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. First track, The Journey intro. Let's get it. think you're good, homie.
All right, I'm done with the first one.
Yo, how's the lighting now?
It's okay, but we'll make it work.
Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to lead it. All right.
Yeah, what the?
All right, so bro, my crap is lagging so bad. Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Like a robot, Shawn.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, we
Is
went
that
ahead.
better?
Let's hope so.
All right. All right, so that was the journey intro. That was the first track. Gray, what you think, homie? What you think? What you think, homie?
Huh? Well, I mean, it's kind of difficult to like make an exact guess as to what you were going for here. You know, it is the intro. There weren't really any lyrics, so I couldn't really uh, get anything from that. But I do feel like it was a very cinematic opening, and I kind of feel like that's what you were going for in a way. Was kind of cinematic, setting the mood, setting the stage as to what this is going to be about. And you know, I hate my brain for going to this place, but it did kind of sound like some guy taking a leak at the very beginning. I'm sorry. No, I know exactly. It was
It's
right around,
cinematic leak, bro.
You
it was a
cinematic
very
leak over
cinematic
there.
leak. But no,
Oh my
that's not me.
God.
That's not me trashing on it. It's
Yeah.
just me, my weird brain going there. But no, it was. I loved the way it started. It was kind of creepy and eerie in a way. Um, and I don't know if you guys kind of picked up on that, but I think that's supposed to maybe represent maybe a place that you were in mentally, emotionally. I could be wrong about
Close.
that though. That's just kind of what I gleaned from it. And then the ending with the bird stripping potentially might have been uh, a reference to how you're coming out of it. Maybe
Oh, you're close. You're really close.
the I guess sort of new mentality that you have, the new mindset, being happy, focusing on the good, kind of maybe representing some kind of an awakening. That's really what I gleaned from the first part. Even with no lyrics, I feel like that did tell a story.
Bro, you tripping because bro does not get happy until later in the album, right? Listen,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's
I'm playing, bro. I'm playing with you, pause. All right, listen. All right, so I thought that crap was good. I did not hear the leak part, but like, shoot, I gotta listen back to that because I'll make it even better. Um, but yeah, you know, I like this kind of intro. Some people probably wouldn't, but I like this kind of intro. You know what I'm saying? Just get you in the mood.
same thing with it you did, Shawn.
Sometimes that's what I'm about to say. Like, I love, yeah. I mean, I mean, I talked, but yeah, it wasn't like a,
Yeah.
ooh, let's do it. You know, I didn't sing or anything. I like that because not only because I've done that type of thing, but I just feel like because, you know, yeah, you could get in a mood with a song right away if you do something like, you know, how NF does with the Hope and Search and like the album opener series, like cool. But for the most part, it's kind of like you want to get them in a certain vibe. I feel like if you just use rather than saying stuff, it's like, okay, now we know just by that, bro's telling us this is gonna be sad, dreary, cinematic, etc., etc. So next time, next song, I'm expecting that rather than right away just being like, oh, okay, this is what it is. So I thought that was good. Production was super nice. The laughing at the beginning was sick. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was mixed really well. That was really good. Very creepy. I think that you definitely got the
yeah,
point
for
across
sure.
there.
So yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, not too much to say, but solid opening. All right, Nathan, what you maybe all right? What was like your first impression and like what you think of this time?
I don't know. I can't. Impression. I was just like really excited. For me, I think that this is just a good way to open this specific album. I think it's very fitting for it, and having it really dark leading into this like more anger section of that, I think works really well. And yeah, you have all the laughing at the beginning because I'm because you were all happy back in Arizona, back in what you had called home, but then you have all the thunder and everything. Um,
Oh
I,
yeah.
I really like the thunder. I'm also a weather nerd, so I obviously like that. But I think it's a very strong way to open this specific album. Even though, like, I mean, I'm sure instrumental intros probably aren't, but I think it works really well for this album.
So
Cool. Yeah.
it's called The Journey, right? So you literally actually go on a mini journey here. So you have the opener, which is the anger, the laughing, the thunderstorm. And then you have the calm, regret, just simple piano chords. And then it transitions to beautiful strings, children laughing, birds chirping, strings in the background, the happiness. The whole album is condensed in that one little intro.
Oh,
That's kind of crazy.
That's why it's called The Journey, because you literally go on the small journey and then you're ready for the whole big one. So that's
pretty cool, yeah.
So Gray almost had it. He was like, so you were at like a dark place, and then you were like happy at the end. I was like, he's close. He's really close.
yeah, that's kind of what I was,
Okay.
assuming.
Okay, Gray.
Yeah, so he was doing
Okay,
really
Gray.
good.
No, you still got in your old age, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm way too old for this stuff.
All right, boys.
All
All
right,
right.
next one.
So, yeah, about to say. So next one. All right, drowning.
No. What?
Should be falling.
It's falling.
Falling. Whatever.
Track list.
All right. Hold on. So let's hit it at the same time, cause I'll be lagging like
Let me
crazy.
know when you guys
Are
start.
you already? Okay. Yeah. All right. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Started to appear to my surprise, and I realized the thing that I feared the most was the thing that was coming to life. I turned away, I ignored the truth, no way. I was going through this once hell only some people go through. Then it happened and it tore my fragile heart in two. Driving like everything was normal, unforeseen future looked at me and stared, my mind at ease, cause this was no different from any normal vacation. Felt like a long getaway. Told myself I need to get away from these people who forced me, from these ideas that pushed me, from these thought patterns that once approached me, from any and all that tried to keep me bound. I would not be stuck in this new town. I already had a home, but you decided to change it, make it more of a permanent staycation. Had to break our mental will, break our minds so we could finally accept living blind. I never changed, I just learned to hide the pain. I learned how to become someone else from the ideas you once threw at me. I can't tell someone how to think, but you ripped my entire world in a blink. Pain, feel, only time, heal. What a bunch of nonsense. It's like we don't have any emotions. Not once was there any comfort from the trauma I was dealt. Not once was there sadness in their eyes. But Lord knows you have suffered enough. You suffered so we could live, and my golden years were finally up. And the crazy part is, you think it all went away. Oh, he used to be so upset about moving. No, he just got really good at lying. If that was the case, why do I still bleed from the cuts of the fall? Why is my mind still wounded from every hit? Why is the impact of pain still leave my ribs split? Why do I still feel pain when I talk to my friends? Why is my whole personality different because of decisions you did? The choice was made, no forethought was given, so I made a game time decision, even if it breaks my soul. Even though I might not be whole, I will pour my heart and mind into this thing that I love, that has given me the desire to like. When the whole world did wrong by me, I would stay true and spew all my heart-wrenching emotions in an album split into 3 parts. That was just the start, like a beautiful symphony, all conducted by a broken boy like me, played and released to beat the voices down, to keep me bound. But if no one else had any faith in him, he would have faith in himself.
I got a Tootsie Roll.
Clean.
I just don't be freaking spoiling the whole album, homie. Okay, after each song. I'm playing. Alright, listen. So that was Falling. You know what I'm saying, by JDS. I'll go first. I don't know. I feel like I'll have Nick go last the most of these because you already heard. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Okay, listen. So I like the chorus. You know what I'm saying? Mixed really well. I really like that ending, bro. The fun, but still won't hit the ground. And obviously, you know what I'm saying, when you hear a song for the first time, you don't know the lyric, but obviously I knew the lyrics because they repeat it. So I was just like, fun, but still don't hit the ground. And then the bass drop at the end, and then I heard like the first 2 seconds of the next song, and that was a good transition, even on the playlist. So that song was I think I heard that song before, but like not enough in a you know, like a worse mix, probably, to where like that was basically new. You know, and then when he gets on this flow, I pull up the lyrics, but it's lacking. But he gets on this flow where it's like near the end, before the last chorus, and then even before the falling but won't hit the ground. I also like how he repeats falling won't hit the ground, because it's like, you know, so, ooh, you know, it's like a loop. But there's this part where it's like they think I got better. He used to be like so pressed about moving, but like, bro's good now. That part was fire. And like the craziest thing is that part was fire. And then talking about like still talking to his homies back there and getting sad. Let me actually pull the lyrics real quick on, because I really like that part. Okay. Yeah, okay. So okay, okay, whatever. I don't know how the flow goes, but anyways, I put up the wrong lyrics. Anyways, all right, listen, that's all over the place. But that last part, fire, bro. The first verse, decent. I'm not a huge fan of the flow, but the lyrics and all that were good. Chorus was fire. The beginning was like, yeah, that was a good song. So yeah, I really enjoyed that song. What do you think, Gray?
Well, falling, but still won't hit the ground. Falling. it's it's stuck in my head. Let me eat some water here. Yeah, so I liked it. I liked kind
Yo,
of the
what are you
story
doing,
that you
Craig?
told with it. I was drinking some water. I like the story that you told. I like the ending. The beginning was mixed really well. It was like kind of it felt like something I would see out of like, or sorry, it felt like something I would hear out of like Tron, if surprisingly. It's I don't really know how to describe it, but there obviously was that like guitar in the beginning, and then it transitioned into. How would you describe that, Joseph? Like, I have to listen to it again. It's difficult going on first impressions because I can't. I don't. I wasn't able to like soak in everything that you were saying. But there were some lines that stood out. I like the staycation line. That was really good. That was a really good transition there. Good rhymes. I liked the boxes appeared right in front of me line. I mean, we all know what that is referring to, and it's not something that I haven't been through a million times myself. So there were a couple really, really hard lines in there, and I think everything had a pretty decent flow to it, and I totally understood what you were going for in that song, and quite enjoyed it. And that last line to finish it off, the whole falling but still won't hit the ground. I like that a lot. I think that was quite well put together.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Very strong track. Like you have your instrumental intro to open up the album, but this is the track that really introduces everyone to the concept of it. Like y'all took all the stuff that I was like gonna say. Yeah, I liked the yeah, it used to be moving, but no, we actually just got really good at lying about it. Really love that line. The falling but still won't hit the ground. It's just so catchy and memorable. I really like the instrumental too. The beat just is so good, and I really like how you kind of switched it up for the second verse too. It was it really kept the listener engaged. I think I heard some kind of brass in the background at 1.2. I could be wrong about that. I don't know, but I really liked it. I just really like it. I mess with it, and I think the like flow like on the first verse, and I kind of mess with it. Like I feel like it really helps you hone in on what you're saying and listen to the specific lyrics that you're saying. It's very easy to follow the story in this track.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, a couple of things real quick. You guys should have seen me when I was sitting at this chair, back at my old house, and I hear that outro, and then I just start telling myself, falling, but still won't hit the ground, falling, but like that, like infectious how that just stuck with me. And oh my god, I love that part so much about the song. Also too, the ending drums that you hear, I 100% play by me. Those are by me. Those drums that you hear,
That's awesome.
with the falling but still won't hit the ground, 100% done on my electric kit, plugged up to the computer and mastered and mixed and all kind of stuff. So that's one thing I really love about falling, is that I can say that I actually played drums and incorporated it into my music, which I love. And yeah, it's
that was excellent.
After an instrumental, anything, you have to start with a banger. You have to. The track 2 has to be insane, and that's kind of what I was going for. The most insane banger type track. But I mean, if Shawn's good, I think we should hit the next song. There I was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All right.
What were you saying, Gray?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Don't tell me what to do. All right, listen to the next song. There I was. All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, we on some Drake vibes.
until a hopeless abandonment, the feeling of a worthless entitlement. What more could I do? A crushing trauma started to set in. A piece of my heart started to cave in, driving through states I've never been in, fighting for a reality of back home, gasping for a feeling of back home, forced like in an unwilling war, one-sided love divided, saying this might be the place that I die in an empty room with my thoughts in a state of mind twice the cost. Lost doesn't even get to describe the love that wasn't even inside. What more could I bottle up inside of my heart? Turned into a wicked thing, killed anything new if it meant it. I'd be back home sooner, leave my family if it meant it. I would be there sooner. Sometimes unfair with these battles, you need to play a little dirty, flirty with the idea of suicide. These things that I hide for my pride, I can't open up to my family to confide. They don't understand. They told me with all God's plan, guess I got to experience firsthand. The hometown ripped away, the alone flipped around cliche, the toned down chipped away decay. I knew in order for my life to go on, I needed to get out. This place drew out every fear that I had and lit it on a mat. Said, this is your time to face or be killed by this. My heart torn in two, praying to God, what more can I do? So I was there I was, alone. There I was. There I was. There I was.
All right, all right, great. What you thinking, bro? What you thinking?
Yeah, I mean that was excellent. Probably definitely my favorite one we've listened to so far. I loved the initial impact of the song. It really hits you when it's kind of a slow build up, and then it's just like there I was, and that was really really good. And it was also pretty sad too. It was really not really disturbing, but just sad. I kind of feel like it was a song about being alone or feeling alone, feeling kind of helpless, a little hopeless. And I kind of feel like that was at the point where you had just moved, and now I think the lyrics "There I Was" kind of indicates how you found yourself completely ripped away from everything that you had known, and you're like, here I am. Here I am. What do I do now? Where do I go forward from this? How do I, yeah, I wouldn't really say recover, but move into this new portion of my life, and it's really difficult. I'm hurting from a lot of different sides, and I feel like that was definitely an excellent song. Very deep lyrics, very impactful lyrics, and I kind of feel like a lot of this it's more than just a song. It's kind of poetry. It tells a story because poetry tells a good story, and that's kind of what it's meant to do is tell a story in sort of a shorter fashion. And I feel like that's what a lot of these songs do, or at least the ones that I've listened to so far. I mean, this entire album is telling a story, but these songs in particular are like mini stories that are all part of this bigger story. And it's the story of, you going through a difficult time and then coming out on the other end stronger. So yeah, excellent song. And I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics again because I wasn't able to like pick up on everything, but if I feel like once I listen to these songs again for second and third times, then I'm really going to pick up on, obviously everything that you were going for. But in terms of initial first impressions, that was really, really strong. Very good hook and great lyrics.
Bro, now this why you gotta have Gray in every review you do, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, homie, like
Honestly, yeah.
this fire, but I could come out with something doo doo, and Gray would still be like, bro, Gray be giving the best reviews ever. Anyways, all right, listen. um, okay, so that one, yeah, the lyrics really shine on that puppy. And I like how there's a progression because it's not really about specifically moving itself. It's the journey of okay, what happens after you moving. Um, and I'm hoping I'll just share. I'm hoping that we get more songs like this that are compartmentalized or compartmentalized parts of the journey you went through of moving, because hearing Where'd You Go and Craxis, I'm like, okay, those both are kind of in the same realm of just talking about wishing you were home. And so I'm hoping we get more songs like this, and I think we will, where it's talking about, okay, I moved. This is what it's like when I first got here. Okay, and so I think that's what the different parts of the album were. But I was a little not afraid, but hearing Where'd You Go and Craxis, similar subject matter, completely different song, but similar. Obviously, it's also, but you get on point. You get my point. They're both like, okay, you know. Anyways, so I like that. You know, saying specifically about okay, I'm moving. I now like what the frick we're gonna do now. Um, I will say I'm not a huge fan of the chorus. Melody wise and all that, I think it's sick. Um, and I think it's there's like power to it, but I would say vocally, I don't know if I was looking for it to be more like distorted and like I don't know exactly, but to me it didn't totally match the intensity of the lyrics. Like as far as yes, you yelled it, but I maybe I was looking for something more like, um, I don't know, like screaming or something. I don't know exactly what I was looking for. It might have been a production. Might have to listen to it again, but first listen, there's something I didn't totally glue on the chorus. Not from a catchiness or like that kind of thing, but from a just how it kind of sat in the mix. And so whether that's vocal inflections or the actual mix itself. But lyrics, I mean, some of them, homie, like shoot, like they true. Okay, like we
Yeah, the
know.
lyrics were really strong. Whatever the song lacked in like hook catchiness, it made up for in really really good, insightful lyrics. And I like the seamless, and I was going to mention this, I just remembered. I like the seamless
Yeah,
transition that you did between Falling and then There I Was. I noticed that it was a perfect seamless transition. Again, promoting the idea that this is a story. It is a journey that you're going on. So that was really good.
yeah, bro. Lake trying to get extra points. All right, listen, no, Lake, right though, not Lake. Sorry, Gray. What? um, and you know what, Gray? The fact that the transitions still sound fire on YouTube playlist, which is like the worst place for you to hear the transition, mean that the transition crazy. That's no crossfade on Spotify or anything like that. But listen, anyways, about done. So the lyrics, like, homie, like, that's facts. Like, I went through that. Like, we saw that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Um, um, and yeah, I can't remember the lyrics exactly because I only heard it once, but a lot of them were really like, okay, wow, that's true. But not only is that true, but you put it in a way that that isn't just like saying it outright. You're like, it I like how you put everything, and you weren't just like I was set. Like you kind of were specific and eloquent with it, and I also like where you were like you kind of put it down on the floor and you kind of looked at it, um, something like that. Like put it down on a mat and you looked at the problems or something. But so that was good. So yeah, Nate, what you thinking, bro?
Another very strong song, and lyrically, it's honestly just phenomenal lyric. Um, from a place like I think initially right after you moved, and just kind of the loneliness and everything you felt, and I can relate to that a little bit because I moved a lot younger. I obviously can't relate to everything because they feel all this stuff, but I do remember feeling like the loneliness and everything initially after moving. So and also, I disagree. I love the hook. I think it's like it's just like it's just repetitive. catchy for me. It's just I absolutely love this song and great. And obviously transitions are just throughout the project and no different here.
Cool.
I see you want to ask something real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there was is definitely what you guys said. Kind of just me sitting in a moment of just here I am. What do I do? And the last few bars are this place drew out every fear that I had and laid it on mat. Said it's your time to face or be killed by this. And that's kind of how it was. One of the cool things though I did love I love my song was there's a rhyme scheme that I kind of rhyme every single word in like 4 bars, 3 bars. The hometown ripped away, the alone flipped around cliche, the tone down chipped away decay. Like I as someone who at first was not very good at rhyming, to create something like that where it, your hometown was ripped away, you're alone, you flipped it around, and it's a cliche. Like it's a cliche. Like, oh, I moved from such and so place. Oh, I moved from this place. Oh, cool. Like, how was moving? Like, oh, it was good. That, like, it's a cliche of people thinking that, and the tone down, chipped away decay that it brings you is crazy when you move away, and I don't think people realize that. So
Also, if I could just add one more thing before we move on, uh, I'm looking over the lyrics now, and I like the line "forced like an unwilling war, one-sided, love divided." And I feel like that really describes what that feels like. It's like I don't want to be part of this war. This is
yeah,
not my like. How was I a part of this? How did I get dragged into this?
yeah,
And I like that line. There was one more line that I thought was really went really hard. Um, my heart turned to a wicked thing, killed anything new if it meant I'd be back home sooner. Yeah, that was a pretty. I like just my heart turned into a wicked thing, and I feel like that really describes human nature. Because we're born being wicked. We have wicked hearts. We want to give in to selfish human desires. So that was a good line there. I like that. It was good, and it was very impactful. Just just listening to it all, it was good.
yeah. A lot of
Yeah, I gotta ask.
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I gotta ask. I was we're on three songs there. Great, you gotta be relating to this crazy, correct? Because you've gone through this
Yeah.
basically exact thing, right? Like, what do you thinking? Like, you find a parallels? Like, what you thinking?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really want to make this about me. This is obviously Joseph's work. This is his. He put all of his heart and soul into this, but I can relate to it because I've moved 12 times in 20 years. My dad was military. I've been ripped away from friends that I've had. I've had to go to completely new locations, sometimes for only 2 years. I mean, I remember I had moved from, um, I lived in one spot only 9 months, and then I had to move again. And it was rough. It really was. And yeah, I mean, I know that Joseph has only moved once, but he seemed to have a lot of a deeper connection to the place that he was in prior to moving than I had with a lot of my places I was moving. It had been a part of my life ever since I was born, right? Like I was born into it. I grew up with it. I never stayed in a spot more than 3 years,
Wow.
uh, my entire life. Sometimes it went from 9 months to 3 years. That's how these things would go. And it was difficult for me and my entire family, but we were used to it. This was something that Joseph was not used to. He had never considered the idea of moving. It was just kind of forced upon him, and he just kind of had to go with it, and he couldn't really, stay behind. So, I understand that it's something that I've done a lot, but the difference is that I was born into it, so I was used to that transition. In fact, I could never imagine my life where I was where I stayed in one place. I just couldn't imagine my life like that. Like it kind of gave me not really anxiety, but I didn't really know how to think of my life as just a life where you stayed in one place because I was just so used to the constant change. Again, that was something that Joseph was not used to, and it was something that uh, it hurt and hit him probably 10 times harder than it would ever hit me. So that's kind of the difference there, in my opinion. And you can feel free to disagree, but that's just kind of how I feel about it.
Completely. Um, I agree with a lot of the stuff you said because when I was younger, I moved around a lot too, and the longest that before moving to North Carolina, the longest I'd ever stayed in one place was 3 years.
Yeah.
So I also never grew very to any of the places that I in until North Carolina, which I'm definitely attached to everyone here. Um, yeah, I can still relate to a lot of the stuff, but definitely not to like it's like the stuff that he was feeling.
Yeah, like I've never been to the point of like, suicide stuff ever moving. Like it's never hit me that hard. And I think that describes, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Nate. Very, very well how probably you were feeling. And it's crazy to think about how hard that hit you, man. And I'm sorry for that.
Yeah,
I'm
all
done.
good. You're good. You're good. All good points, boys. Yeah, we're about to get probably into the two most emotional songs that I've ever written. Drowning, I completely did top to bottom, 100% done by me, and then Ripped Away is probably the most emotional JDS song that I've ever written and recorded to date. It's sad.
Dang,
It's
homie,
emotional.
okay.
Turn
It's a
that one up.
yeah, that one's gonna be rough. But yeah, let's hit it. Shawn, if you want to count us down, number 4, Drowning.
All right, I'll go. 10, 9, 8. Now I'm playing. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Nom, 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 nom. All right, listen. All right, listen. All right, so that was Drowning. You feel what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I heard that one a while ago too. Um, I think it's the first section. Joseph showed me the most. But yeah, that cut was fire. Don't have no critiques about that. You know, saying pretty short lyrically, pretty simple. But whatever bro put on his voice was kind of gas. I can't even lie, bro. Um, the water at the end, I swear, like, bro, don't be saying that sounded like a leak. But the funny thing is, when Joseph showed me that song, he said something like he thought it did. There was something that did kind of sound like it, but bro took it out sadly.
That's what you were focusing on.
No, it was a small thing, bro. Let me get them my
Yeah,
review,
yeah,
bro.
no,
Chill
no,
the
no,
fuck
no,
out.
no,
Mute
no,
yourself.
I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up.
So no, that song was fire. You know what I'm saying? And just like the emotion in his voice. I'm trying to go to the lyrics because I went on the other song. The beginning, when bro's talking about, you know, saying, to God, like Allah who become, just take it from me. Just kind of going further into it, to the abyss, you know, like, what do you call it? The journey. Okay, we're kind of setting things are going. Falling, a little bit of banger song, but like not super crazy into depression. Just kind of like, all right, here we go. There I was, like, okay, we're here. I'm in North Carolina. This sucks. Let me kind of think back to to what I'm missing, and then this is kind of like, all right, I'm gonna start to lose myself. Not finding homies here for a little bit. Joseph wasn't back at Chick-fil-A, I think, for like 3 to 4 months. So no job, no homie. Not great with family. And so then yeah, it's just kind of like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, not a whole lot of different lyrics, but yeah, just falling further into, you know, depression, the abyss, sadness, that kind of thing. But yeah, the production on this was really good. The beginning, um, you know, I liked the singing and I liked all the production behind it. It was like, it was kind of like, you know, and I like the style, but it was kind of like the beat was two mountains left and right, and then the vocals were the valley in between. Um, and so, and then I like the ending. You know what I'm saying? Again, some people might be like, bro, but I like how it's just chilling. It just lets you sit. All right, let's just sit back to what we just went through. You know, and so I like that. And so yeah, I'm vibing with that song. One thing though, did you show me Ripped Away? Because I kind of recognize that beat. Sadly, I think you showed me that crap one time, but I probably remembered it crazy. So yeah, I think you kind of showed me like part of these these first ones. I not there I was, but Drowning, Ripped Away, and Falling a little bit. Don't remember it crazy, but then there's like More Time and To a New Place in the Way and all that. So yeah, I think the back half I'll recognize less, but I'll recognize this a little bit. But they've definitely transformed from what they were, and I remember liking this one when you showed me this 100%. But yeah. So I'm fine with this. What you thinking, Gray?
Yeah, so this was definitely a simpler one. The lyrics were simple, but I think just because the lyrics were simple, it didn't uh, make the song less understandable. And like, it's still, what I'm trying to say is it still hit the point home very well what you were feeling at that time, even with the simple lyrics, whether it was the beginning, you know, obviously falling down into depression, or that somber little melody that you played at the end there. I think you're doing a very good job in making your music feel at this point, or where you were at this point, lonely, and it's supposed to feel lonely, and that's something. It was like that somber little echoed melody that you played at the end there. It was supposed to kind of sound happy, but you would put an echo on it, kind of, I guess, to hit home how you were feeling, even, and maybe I'm just reading too much into this, but how you were trying to find happiness, but still sort of upset in a way, and you just couldn't shake that sadness that you were currently in. And I really liked what you did. That was just such a nice little touch that you added there. So really good. Let me quickly, before I give it off to Nate here, let me quickly look at the lyrics again, because I think that even with their simplicity, they still were very effective in telling the story. I'm drowning, no, I'm drowning. Uh, I'm I'm drowning in what I don't know. That's a pretty good line, because I think it perfectly sums up everything that you were going through. Like, it's complete unknown. You don't know anything about where you are. Again, you're lonely, forgetfulness. I think I digress. What happened to my home? I'm lost to the unknown. That was very good. So those three lines right there. I'm lost. Or sorry, what happened to my home is lost to the unknown. Lost. I'm drowning in what I don't know. Those were all really good and very effective in even in their simplicity. So yeah, good job, man. That was really good.
In my opinion, sometimes less is definitely more, and in this case, it works really, really well. Um, I think I think you conveyed your emotion really well with your singing on it. Um, like in the context of the album, it's like you just had there I was with all these lonely feelings, these negative emotions, and then drowning's like fine, and you're just spiraling now at this point, leading into Ripped Away, which is like dark the darkest place on the album. Um, so Ripped Away for me before the listening party as well, and I recognize now that you had like a piano melody, I think, from Ripped Away at the end of this one. I did recognize that. Really, yeah, really good job. And also, I gotta give props for you producing this whole thing too, this whole song.
Yeah, that deserves a round of applause.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Loki, all right, let's.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I got a question real quick, Justin. I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
Um, when was this one made?
This was
Like,
a while
was this
ago.
made during or after?
Probably the last song that I made in the anger. Probably finally me leaving the anger section. I would say is when I made. This was the last one that I made from the anger section because during
What
that
and
time, Post Malone dropped Euthanasia, and Euthanasia was a great song, and that's what I wanted was a song that was very simple and sturdy. So at first the song was just the calm piano, but I wanted to build it. And if you guys hear the transition from There I Was to Drowning, it's almost supposed to be flawless because literally there I was, then I'm drowning, and then bam, I hit the floor. You know, you hear the sound effects that you're supposed to hear during that quiet moment of just the piano is cave ambiance, running water. Like my vocals are drowned in um, deep reverb to kind of
what'd
convey
you
this.
put on that, bro?
It's like it's a whole thing of reverb and echo of me. Literally, it's I think it's surrounded reverb too.
You
Of
gotta
me
have like
kind of
phaser on that too.
I think so, and it's
Yeah,
me kind of
that
just like at the bottom of this well, the bottom of a cave.
yeah,
Literally,
exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to convey when I was
yeah,
first talking
and
about this is when something is echoed, it gives the idea of loneliness, right? It gives the idea of like a somber environment. Like the most lonely thing in the world, I feel like, is a dark cave, you know? And when you're in a dark cave and you speak and you yell, all it does is just echo back to you. It doesn't go anywhere. So that's, yeah, I love the use of reverb and echo. I think that it works very well on this album.
oh, 100%. I love it. And yeah, Nate nailed it.
I can
That little melody right before the song ends is actually the melody for the next song, Ripped Away, kind of little
Little
foreshadow
T, little
to
T. Yes,
yeah,
you got
little
little
tease to the
T's.
next song. So shout out to that man for figuring that crap out. But yeah, Ripped Away is the
it's only
Post
because I've
Malone.
already heard the album.
Bro, chill out, bro. I knew it was the next song. Hold on. When was There I Was recorded? Like, basically, what I'm getting at was any of these like written / recorded when you're going through or after when you were looking back on your emotions.
Okay, so Falling was actually after. Falling was not supposed to be there. Falling was a completely different song. It was gonna be called Crown. Like it was a completely different. So Falling was way after. There I was in the middle of it. Drowning was towards the end, and Ripped Away was definitely in the thick of it. Um, yeah.
And where'd you go? Or yeah.
Where Did You Go and More Time were the first songs ever made for this album.
Okay.
They're the first songs I ever made. Moving. There was 3 songs that were made as soon as I got here and set everything up. Is Where Did You Go, More Time, and Who Am I? Who Am I?
Oh, so you started
Probably.
recording some of these right when you got there.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Who Am
Okay,
I?
that's pretty good.
Probably
Yeah.
won't find out. But yeah,
But what's the one that's on the album that you like, other than Where You Go?
More Time.
Okay, does that one hit?
That one hits. That one
Okay, because even though these other ones are gonna hit 100%, there's something special about it. Was literally in the thick of it, that's what I'm saying. Like I kind of that'll be interesting.
You'll notice this next one was definitely in the thick of it. So yeah, let's get it.
All right, on go. All right, ripped away. 3, 2, 1, go.
I will never forgive you if you do this to me. Never. Never.
Before I could speak, before I could think, there was my home, empty, quiet, unknown. My life in boxes, my heart still there. Rip away. It was all just ripped away. I will never forgive you. I was ripped away, I was ripped away. You killed my life, you cut and it bled all over this new house. Emotions bottled up and exploded on the walls. And if you're not happy, then I'm not happy. And God forbid I speak about home, cause Lord knows you want nothing to do with that place. Trauma is the only beginning of the word. You have no idea what it did to your boy. You question why I wanna be alone. You ripped me away from my home. 19 years, 228 months, 988 weeks, 6,916 days. They're all gone because of your selfish ways. Storms of hate, flashes of anger, feelings are unexplainable. My whole existence was mentally unstable. I lost everything because of you. I sacrificed everything because of you too. I'll never forgive you the hurt I bear. Oh my God, this life isn't fair. I'll never be happy here. These walls are a poor excuse of running away. This new scenery is a fake escape. You tricked yourself in thinking you could run. I thought I'd be home by now, but everything done to me made me hurt. Don't know how life could get any worse, but you're controlling. But your pain was all forced upon me, just like rocks being placed on me. My lungs were caving in, choking on my blood. Life was over, I had enough. You pushed me over the edge. I laid there in my bed thinking, this is the end. Tears in my eyes, this is goodbye, this is goodbye. It was all just ripped away. I can't and won't forgive you. I was ripped away, I was ripped away.
What is your emergency?
He's dead. There is nothing we can do. Nothing.
I agree. What you think, bro?
You guys
Sorry.
want me to go first?
Yeah. All right. So that was ripped away. Um, great. What you think, bro?
Okay. So I'm actually gonna look back over the lyrics one more time. Is it okay if Nate goes first quickly? Because there's something in that you were getting at, and I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. And I want to look
Yeah,
over
hit
those
it,
lyrics
Nate.
before I start talking about it. So I will be right back. Nate, go ahead and give your opening thoughts. I'll be just a sec, and then I'll go.
Yeah, that's my time listening to that song, and it still is not any easier to listen to. Uh, give you massive props for this subject, and you can hear all the emotion in your voice, like you're singing. Not perfect, but it works well because of how emotional of a song it is. Like line up perfectly, just shows emotion, and I think it works really well in this song. Um, Birthday at the end was from Gabe and all them, right? It wasn't?
No, that was from like 2016 when I had like my 14th birthday party or something.
Okay, my bad. I think, was there another happy birthday in a later part of the album? I don't want to. But my main thoughts.
Bro said I was in some voice recording. I was trying to hear that low key. Gray, you ready,
Okay,
homie?
I'm back. Yeah.
All right, sit. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna preface it by saying this. One of the reasons that I think it wasn't very difficult for me to transition like I did in my life was the fact that I had very supportive parents, and I had a very good relationship with my parents, an extremely good relationship with my parents. I loved them, and even though I was just a kid, I had always kind of known in my heart that they had the best interest at heart for me, and they weren't doing something to me because they hated me. They weren't doing something to me because they, were trying to uproot me. They were just doing it because that's how we got by. That's what we had to do. That's how my dad made a living. That's what my reality was. So I never had any animosity towards my parents. I feel like this song, and again, I don't want to cross the line here, but I feel like there is Joseph having a lot of animosity towards his parents and realizing, and that was kind of how it started out. Like, let me go and look at some lines here. Um,
Oh boy.
I don't think he's trying to hide it here in the lyrics, really. I
No.
think that this is pretty straightforward and very much out there, and honestly, very terrifying in a way. Very terrifying lyrics because they're real. They're real lyrics, and they're real things that people go through, even if it's something not necessarily related to moving. I feel like a lot of young people go through this kind of stuff all the time, and it really is a fantastic song. And I'm not trying to be harsh or anything. I feel like there were some points of the song where it was a little pitchy in terms of the singing. However, whatever it lacked in you know, you know, being pitchy or being a little off key, it made up for just with powerful lyrics that meant something. That's what I'm saying about bringing yourself to a song. You are you are being vulnerable, you are opening up, and you are adding yourself, your take. This is your take. This is what you went through. And I'm sure this can relate to a lot of people when they listen to it. Maybe not directly towards a move, but maybe just some trauma or a bad experience that they had in their life that caused these same kinds of things, stress, anger, hatred that you were going through. And I I obviously respect you for opening up. It takes a lot of strength within yourself to open up to someone, especially to open up to your entire friend group. Everyone listens to this stuff, and this is kind of you just saying, "Hey, this is where I was at." And I'm almost done here, but just the eerie happy birthday. This is very eerie, and I feel like in a lot of ways this is kind of horror, not horror in a terrible way, but horror just in a real life way. Uh, the real life horrors of being ripped away and being lonely, and that is horrifying. It's a horrifying thought, and you're kind of looking at yourself uh, in third person here and seeing yourself, with the ambulance and the uh, the eerie happy birthday and the oh my god he's not breathing, and stuff like that. You are looking at yourself in third person, seeing what you could have become, if you didn't move out of where you were at. So that's why I think that this is the lowest point, and how now, with this out of the way, with all of this considered, you are going to push forward into the new light and walk in the purpose that God has for you, and move away from the animosity and the anger towards your parents, and come into the realization that, you know, there's a reason for everything, and that it's the dark. It's as dark as it's going to get right before the dawn. So that is an excellent song. A little pitchy at certain points. The singing wasn't quite there for the entire song, but it doesn't matter because of the purpose of the song was just excellent. And honestly, that's probably one of my favorites of the album so far. Sorry for the long analysis, but there's just a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot with that. Like great. I agree with the singing. There was parts where I was like, okay, I'm kind of out with that low key, but I think especially if we're going higher, I would have put more tune on that. You know, what I'm saying, yeah, I would have done some stuff with that, but but then to a degree, because of the tone and the what is it called? Whatever. I'm trying. Sorry. Because of the tone and kind of how the voice sounds, I'm like, okay, it's like there's definitely part times where I've heard you kind of do that sort of style without autotune, and I've been more like, oh, yeah. So I wasn't totally against it, but yeah, I definitely would have cleaned it up a little bit. Yeah, that song kind of got me a little tear. I ain't gonna lie. The 19 year where it started to really get me was the 19 years, the 228 months, the weeks, the days, um, and then when it's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and the gunshot, homie, your parents can't. Like, how you gonna make sure they don't hear this, bro? Answer that regret. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Homie,
yeah, I don't know.
and your siblings aren't gonna show them it?
No.
Homie, this is brave to put out.
It's real, homie. It's real. is what
But
it is.
you could just tell them like you were talking about like Satan or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's gonna be
you could anyway.
really hard to pass by.
I'm just saying,
They'll
homie.
believe that. They'll believe that. Yeah.
No, I mean, if you're like, or if you whatever, I'm saying you could play it off if they ever hear it, because the possibility they might hear it, homie. Anyways, but that's besides the point. But like, shoot, homie, you little brave with that, low, bro. This crap is like way more, because like we all done kind of like the sad songs before. I'm sorry, but this crap like way more. Like, I've not heard you go to like this
Yeah.
crazy,
The
bro.
most terrifying part about the
Um,
song was you looking at yourself in the third person, right? You like seeing, kind of looking into the future and seeing what it could have been. That obviously is not going to come to fruition,
I
but
actually
what
didn't
could
see
have
it that
been.
way.
Well, that's just kind of the way I saw. I mean, I know that obviously everyone's going to interpret this differently, but
I saw it that he's dying and he's looking back at a memory as he dies.
Ooh,
But
interesting take, okay.
yeah, or it's just like there as a memory. Like, there might not be any specific correlation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there. Anyways, yeah. Um, the lyricism on this one's really good, and the flow is really good too.
yeah, the opening piano was excellent, very emotional, I loved it. Did you? Sorry, Sean, to interrupt. Did you like
I'm
compose
about to
that
say,
yourself, or?
I wish I composed that. Unfortunately, I did not.
Yeah, no, but it was still really very effective. I liked it a lot. Very
yeah,
emotional.
that
Sorry,
piano
Sean.
kind of catchy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. And I gotta say, so far, um, so far, and I assume there'll be some banger song. I mean, other than "Flooding the Sky," so it'd be really interesting to get that part album. But I will say so far, I gotta be honest. This low key better than I thought it'd be. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I I have. I need to get some water, but I will say so far, the I'm enjoying this more than I thought it would. Not that I thought I would like dislike it, right?
Right.
But I'm kind of more into. I'm like, okay, so there's that. But anyway, sorry, I'm just kind of all over the place. But yeah, the lyricism in this one's crazy, and I would say that's a big thing, to put so far, or sorry, to highlight so far. Like definitely this one, like we said, the singing, the melody, but then there is like Falling where it was really good, and Drowning where it was good, and it's just kind of like there I was in this one where the singing, the melody is not as great in my opinion, but then like other than that, throughout the lyricism and then the songs, it's like they all have to be very similar to a degree because all about the same subject, right? But you're working with little specific parts, like this one specifically at your parents. Drowning's not really at your parents at all. It's just like you depressed. And then there it was is kind of at your parents, but it's a little more like moving to North Carolina specifically, not like the move, like driving there type of, not driving, but like getting there. And then so I kind of like how, and so like that part's good. Like I said, I was kind of afraid to be. It's very easy with this kind of thing, and it's hard. It's even harder with Snowdrift, for instance, where it's a breakup. It's like, okay, how do you not make every song just like, oh, I missed the break, right? Like, how do you make specific parts over? So it's very easy to generalize this type of thing, of like, I moved away, but you have to take moved away, and what are the different parts that you go through of moving away? And so I like that because so far, there is different sectors, and then as well as the production and lyricism are really good, especially on this one. And so that's why I would say so far I'm definitely vibing with it, to a higher degree than I expected. So yeah. Anyways, there's more I could kind of like go back and forth on, but I'm not really sure. Other than I really like this one. What do you think, Nate?
He gave his opinion. Yeah, no, that's good stuff, guys, for sure. This is definitely my, like I said, really, really emotional song, I would say. Just some things I would highlight to it. You have Drowning, where I'm practically at getting to the lowest of low, and Ripped Away kind of just pushes me over the edge, as I would say. It's basically a song of, like Gray said, if I did decide to end it all and make it not worth it. And there was a point in time where I did think about it, and it was the end. I mean, if I go into a really fast flow towards the end, but just like rocks being placed on me, my lungs were caving in, choking on my blood. Life was over. I had enough. You pushed me over the edge. I laid there in my bed thinking, this is the end. Tears in my eyes. This is goodbye. This is goodbye. And a little kind of visual for you, the gunshot happens, and then the next chorus is echoey. It's spaced out. It's washed out because it's if I were not there. I was singing this song if I wasn't there anymore. And that's kind of how it was. And then the outro, the woman crying is how I interpret it, as if my mom were to find me. That's how I kind of looked at it. Which breaks my heart. It's hard for me to listen to this song sometimes. And the 911, what's your emergency?
Yeah.
He's not breathing. CPR is not going to do anything. He's dead. There's nothing we can do. And then me kind of transitioning to kind of the next life, you could say, and one of the memories playing is a happy birthday, a moment where people were happy to see me, moments where I was happy back home. And the drone that kind of plays towards the end of the song is one that connects it right to this next one, which I hope Shawn can hear this because he has a little cameo in this.
What? Shawn has a
Is
cameo?
it Snowfall or is it like me talking?
It's you talking. You're in this one as a cameo. You're also in More Time as a cameo.
Okay.
Well,
Real
the
quick.
album was good up to this point. Oh well, guys, guess it's over.
Bro, shut up,
Just
bro.
kidding. Just
Hey,
kidding.
real quick, but I got a question for Joseph real quick, and then one other thing. And I don't mean this necessarily in a negative way, but I know it might be possible. with this one, especially specifically about the suicide, are you embellishing to a degree?
No. No.
Really?
No. Homie, you know out of everybody. The feck?
I knew you was in a
Hey,
low
you're his
point.
best friend, Shawn.
All right, chill out. Great, you've been on my case, bro.
No,
Get the
great,
frick.
no,
All
great
right,
on my case. I like it.
hold on. Okay. Because you was low, but I don't know. Because you was low, and I think you would allude to it, but in a song it feels like you low. Then again, it was like a year and a half ago. But to me, in a song, it feels like you. I don't know.
Some parts,
That's
okay,
crazy.
yeah, I would definitely say maybe I exaggerated a little bit more, but every lyric I say, I mean 1,000%.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew that pop that you had was supposed to kind of symbolize like that pop, a gunshot. And I was like, okay, this is where he's going with this. This is what he means to say. And it was upsetting and kind of terrifying, but it was one of those things that makes you think, and I like things that make you think.
Yeah.
And reflect.
Yeah. Also, sorry.
Go ahead.
Also, it kind of sounds like you like, I'm about to end it. Now, part of you sounds like you about to end it because you're depressed, but also part of you sounds like you're gonna end it because it's like, frick the parents. This is what you get. Look what this on you now. It's kind of like frick me because I'm sad, but also frick the
Wow.
parents.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's how it sounds because you got them like, oh, like are they alive? Da, da, da. You know,
No, that's a really good aspect to look at from. But yeah, if I were to say you'll present this to your parents tomorrow, it would definitely be hard. It would not be easy. I would have to sit them down and because they don't listen to my music. They don't know what I do.
I guess that's good in this.
I will say
instance.
one thing about this album is I don't think it's something I can blast with my homies in the car.
No, it's
Uh,
definitely not that.
Hey,
Freaking, you know,
except
just
for,
throw
the
this on.
first one.
Yeah, the ending songs you could definitely, but not these. No, this is
Bro,
very.
My whole existence was mentally unstable, Mom. What are we
Yo.
listening to right now, Gray? Oh, dude,
No.
I'm blasting Joseph's new album.
But listen,
Yeah.
I think the only now you could show your parents drowning and you'd be like, yeah, it's sad. There's certain songs you probably could. This one though, you'd have to be like,
So wait, so your parents
like
don't
10
know that you
years.
made this album, even though you've been working on it for a year? So let me get this
wait,
straight.
yes they do.
They have to know to a certain extent.
Okay, to them, bro, their whole thing is I woke up one day, I talked to Shawn and another close buddy of mine, and I flipped my whole mindset about moving, and I was okay. That's what they thought the progression was. They don't have.
So if they ever listen to this album, what do you think they'd think?
I have no idea. They would see the real uncut version of me that actually went through trauma. They would see the actual uncut version of me that wanted to commit suicide. They would see a lot of things that they would have no idea existed. And
Yeah.
and now recently, because I had the listening party, the album comes out tonight. They have been like, oh, we know we need to download it. Like they have been a little bit cool like that. But I've been very hesitant to say anything around them because of how real it is. And I might one of these days, if they really
Well, I
want,
mean-
I'm gonna sit them down and they'll
Yeah.
listen to the whole thing, and I'll be
Yeah.
right there with them, and they'll see everything and hear everything. But
Well, you have to remember, in some instances, ignorance is bliss.
it's true.
Them
Straight
just,
up.
and I'm not, yeah, just do it when you're ready. Like, I'm not saying that they're ignorant. It's just kind of the saying. But like,
100%.
maybe what they don't know at this point is not gonna. Maybe if it's just better if they just say, okay, you know, he got over it, or he moved on, he transitioned, instead of seeing everything that you actually went through.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to tell them, and you think that they're ready to hear, go for it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, cool.
That's kinda the way I feel about it.
I
your
think
background-
agree with that.
depending.
Go ahead.
Hold on, boys. I gotta go pee. We'll get a good position, anyways. So I'll be right back. But I was gonna say, I feel like showing them at some point in your life, in a certain mood they're in, at a certain party relationship, you chilling. They'd be able to have the perspective, be like, listen. But there are times where if you were to show them, it will make things worse, bro. Like you low key.
Yeah. It's picking the time.
I don't think that now is the right time. I honestly think that like to pass, and you guys need to grow in your relationship a little bit and get like the hindsight a little bit. we're showing them this.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, when
I'll
I
be right
draw
back,
my
boys. Keep talking.
well, I know, like, my parents talked to me about went through, but even this is you literally blaming them. Completely different.
Yeah.
Similar, but it's like adds on to the pain that they will probably feel listening to it because you're literally blaming them for the way you're feeling.
And you have to remember that even there are a lot of things that you can't control, but on the same token, there's a lot of things that they can't control either. And I don't, again, I don't know all the ins and outs, but there may have just been a point where, they didn't see it any other way, and this move had to happen. And again, I don't know the ins and outs, but you can't really blame them for that. Um, Again, you can be mad at life and you can shake your fist up in the sky and say, "Oh, woe is me. Why did this happen to me?" And I feel like I do that. Look, I'm not accusing you of anything. I do that all the time. Like I always look at my position that I'm in, and I'm like, man, I wish things could be better. I wish things could be so much better. And I'm upset where I am right now. I don't feel like anything's going to change. But then I realize that change starts with me. Change starts with my mentality and my mindset. And I realized that when I changed my mindset and I started looking at things in a positive light, and I started I tried to see the future and see where I could end up, and where I most likely would end up if I just kept going. That really helped me move through a lot of things in my life, the struggles that I had, and I feel like I came out of that end a better person and a stronger person too, mentally, very much mentally and spiritually as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just starts with putting something behind you and moving on to something else.
Exactly.
I just want to say that, yeah, I just want to say that I'm very glad that you were able to get past and get to your more like
Yeah.
accepted stage. I'm sure you're at a point now where you can like look back at how you were feeling then and just think like,
Triumphantly.
why, yeah, why did I feel that way? Like you probably don't think. I
And
mean,
you got to struggle before you can be triumphant. And this is obviously talking about the struggle, but as we continue to get further into the album, which I hope we can get to soon because it's almost 3 a.m,
Yeah.
I feel like there will be a level of triumph and a level of looking back and reflection and just realizing that, why did I put all of this on me?
Yeah.
And it's time to move on. But I don't know. That's just me making speculations.
100%. Good stuff.
like NF said on his album, if I never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, yeah, that's an excellent point. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
great
definitely.
Yeah, let's definitely these next songs. Let's make our reviews a little more condensed, and let's keep.
Yeah, because I want to be able to get to the full album before I fall
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah, I know, me too, man.
I want to hear
All
the
three
end.
of us, we're like, dang, it's 2:30 already.
Sean needs to stop
I think
blinking
I'm.
and get his cheeks
I
over
think at
here.
this point, I'm just gonna be staying up all night. I got class at 9 a.m.
Holy crap, bro.
Oh my
Yo,
gosh,
yo, Joseph.
dedication.
For Craxis, we gonna have the say because Gray hasn't seen a music video. We're gonna show the boys music video.
Yeah, we can do it. Let's run it.
All right, and then also,
But is there
there
any
might
way
be a
that we can look at these songs, to listen to these songs real quick before we get into anything else? Because I want to hear all of these.
yeah, no, I mean it has to
One
do
of
with
the
that, but
songs we
yeah.
have
Oh, okay.
a music video, unreleased music video
Oh.
that we'll show you.
Oh, sweet.
I was
Okay.
just gonna ask. This might be a spoiler, but towards the end of Happy section, were you able to talk about what do you call it? No, I forgot what I was gonna say. All right, let's hit it.
What's the next song again?
Near Be Gone interlude.
Never near.
Now we're starting the.
Okay, cool.
we're
Let's do
starting
it.
All right, I'll go.
the
3, 2,
riff.
1, go.
memories or images that we use to put away parts of our past.
What section is this again? Sad?
Regret.
Regret. Okay. So the first half would be like more pissed off, and this would still be. What do you mean by? I guess we'll figure out. Sorry.
Regret
okay.
of wanting more time. Where did I go? The inner kind of questioning myself.
Oh, like trying to cope.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll make it quick. Homie, where was I? I couldn't tell. Like, what the frick was that?
Okay, so
I feel like I heard you.
Okay, so here's the clip. Are you ready for it? You remember
Yeah.
when we were in Sedona and you were being super annoying with the dirt? You were picking it up and
Sounds like Shawn.
yeah, and I'm like, homie, what are you doing? You're like, I'm making food. I'm like, with dirt? Like, I'm making pasta.
Yep.
That's the video, bro. That's the freaking stupid video that I put in it. I was like, you know what? This one's so
But I have another cameo, right?
yeah, and more time. Yeah, later. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nah, I like this, bro. That was the best song. That's it. What do you guys say, Nate?
I think it's a very well placed interlude, and it's much needed after the very dark ripped away. I think it's much needed for like a little recovery period before we get into the more regret section. Like you have that very emotional song, and I need time to recover. So I'm glad that you gave us an interlude.
I know. Yeah. Gray.
All right, Gray.
Yeah, I mean, really not too much to say on this one, but just really the one thing I'll add is just the pain has kind of subsided, and now the healing starts. Is kind of where I'm seeing with this one, or just the happiness is now ushering in, and I am not going to be a victim. I'm going to be a victor. So that's kind of
Oh,
just
okay.
how
I
I feel
like
about
that.
this one.
I like that. Yeah. It's
Okay,
it's
Pastor
kind of
Gray.
a
Okay,
mixture,
Pastor Gray.
Of all my favorite happy memories of back home, I would say. My friend Savannah's in it. She's in it. When I went to Disneyland with my buddies from church.
Yeah, I heard that.
Sean's in it. Lacey's in it.
Homie, no, hold on. Yo, best memories. Now you was getting pressed at me, bro.
It's fun. It just reminds me of happy times. But I'm gonna share my screen if you guys, and we'll go with the next song with the music video. So don't worry about it. We'll just kind of hit it. Next one's called Craxis.
We're able to see it actually. On
Now we'll just
Oh,
watch
you should
it
get rid of it, homie.
Huh?
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying other people can actually see it if they listen to the playlist.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's on the playlist.
I had it
even though
put
it's
up,
unlisted?
man. Because it's unlisted, yeah.
Oh.
And the playlist gives them a link, so I would make it private.
Whoopsies. Gone.
Okay. I thought you deleted it for a second.
But yeah, we'll watch it. Can everybody see it?
Yeah, I don't know if we can hear it yet though.
I can see it.
Yeah, we go.
I planned my whole life in this one town. Meet my future wife near a small part of downtown. Understand the fact and the ways of the land. This place that I knew firsthand. Even when I threw my cap and gown, I met and made some friends that turned the page. Others judged the book and threw it away. Different their lives went. Married before 19, buried under just routine. Kid was a sophomore teen, talking about a wedding. Please made me want to have one. Far that, be that from me. Can't imagine those years taken from you just because you had to prove prove everyone wrong. Still, you're the one. Every ex I was learning, he was a crippling need. Funny how a ring made me and you bleed. I worked the 9 to 5. I was happy, I was genuine, I was alive, no decline. I was finally good this time. Mood finally changed. Easy how new friends can make an old life go away. I could be myself, not act cool for other selves. Be me and see what I impact. Being truly free. Sad some people just take life how it should be. Stuck in the same old. Had to break the cycle. Struck the game bold. I do not look to you as a rival. Luck is something I hold on to. My parents didn't think twice. A stiff drink kinda seems nice. Wasn't thinking when I was low. Asking is there anything from taking one more. Thought about my whole life. It's the only way to escape my life. It's a disease, it makes you freeze. I don't understand until I took one more. Sometimes I don't wanna be here anymore. Dominoes fall in like a place, like an album I showcase. Guess my value like show us your case. Deal or no deal, what's in the case for me? Fortune on the wheel like spin me please. If I get too close, please don't call it jeopardy. Thought about my whole life in this just one desert city. Now it's the main reason I joined the herd committee. I literally left everything, nothing to my name, and maybe a couple songs with a couple of plays. These words are long and prolong the time I have to choose between crosswords and crossroads. I have a lot to lose, to stay here or be hurt forever, or to see what it's like to be free. And I don't know, and I wish I could get out of my fear, cause I'm alone. I don't wanna hurt nobody, cause I still feel for the lonely as somebody. I'm still trying to deal with this crisis. I'm okay. I'm okay. In Craxis.
Nah, keep going, keep going. Freak you, bro. That ending is the best part of the video.
True. True. Apologies for the buffering.
You muted.
Apologies for the buffering that pissed me off.
All right.
Part of the song.
Since I've already heard this, let's have Greg go last because we can wait to hear his opinion. And Nate's already heard this. Nate, you want to start off, homie?
I can. I really so the song. I love how I don't know the instrumentally chill. It's there's a lot of layers to it. It's very just nice simple guitar, but I think it works really well. It's another situation where I think that less is more. I don't know. It's a nice chill song. Um, when I first heard this, he was kind of talking like and stuff like that, and I kind of interpreted that the first time like the gunshot at the end of ripped away, and I kind of interpreted this as like funeral. I don't know if that was the intention or not. But yeah, it had like gosh, a sophomore stuff like this, 18 stuff like that. I just but also who sang like the beautiful dreamer part?
That's just a sample actually that I found.
I figured. It sounds really good. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I just really like it. It's nice and chill. Say anything, then I'm done.
I bet. Yeah, apology for the camera, by the way. It's not turning on. But listen, yeah, that one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, even already knowing that one, and you probably heard it like a billion times. Um, it's in the context of the album, it's kind of interesting because it's kind of like the first one where it's like, I'm trying to think if this is correct. Yeah, where it's kind of just laid back and a production kind of chill. It's just like, and like, I just, yeah, I mean, and here's the thing too, is it reminds me of our trip, Joseph. So now it's kind of, what I'm saying, like double low key, like that's kind of my connection. Like it's a good song, but for me, it hits me. Not necessarily, I mean, it's a bad way, but not necessarily because it's better than the other songs, but because it reminds me of the trip, and the video is the trip, and it gets you in this snowy mood. I like the beautiful dreamer part, but yeah, like just the song not connecting it to the trip or anything like that. I always really loved the line. Funny how new friends will make an old life go away. I'm like, ooh, like that's kind of nasty. Um, and so no, I really enjoy it. It's really chill, just serene and pretty, and um, yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Greg, homie? First time?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have too much to say with that one. I think the point he was trying to make with that one was pretty clear. I'm quickly just gonna go back and look at some lyrics again that I liked, and then we can move on. I liked the can't imagine those years taken from you just because you had to prove everyone wrong. I obviously know what you were going for with that one. Um, so I see that this is kind of you essentially being happy that everything wasn't taken from you. Is that correct in a way, Joseph?
It's a very unrelated specific topic that I'm talking about when I'm talking about that whole section of
Yeah, and maybe I'm not picking up on something, but this is just kind of what I interpreted from
it's a
listening.
very very personal one. Married before 19, buried under just routine, sophomore teen, talking about a wedding, please. That's a whole thing.
Yeah, so that might be why there may be a disconnect here. However, there were a lot of lyrics I liked in this song. I feel like there were some moments where you tried to cram too many lyrics into a certain space. But then again, I understand that you had a lot to say with this song. Um, so that I feel like kind of cancels out any complaints I would have about the lyrics. Just kind of being, I feel like at some points crammed together. Uh, but I love what you were going for here, and I really liked some of these lyrics that you had. Um, I don't have the full context, so it's hard for me to make a like full, I guess, have a full idea. But I see that you obviously had a lot to say with this one, and I like that a lot. So yeah, it was a good song. I give that one a solid rating.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
This song actually, if you guys really go over it with lyric stuff, it's probably the most lyrical song I've ever written, to date. Just how intricate and how I make it a storytelling, but also with the analogies and how words intricately rhyme. This one part I just want to highlight. Dominoes fall into place like an album I showcase. Guess my value, like show us your case. Deal or no deal, what's in the case for me, like the game show. Fortune on the wheel, like spin me please. If I get too close, please don't call it Jeopardy. Like that whole kind of game show analogy right there, I was just like, frick. I just love that part. And then I think the Beautiful Dreamer is it's such a great tie-in to just a guitar and then some flow rap, but then a beautiful sample of just you're a beautiful dreamer. Like you're an innocent person, but you go through stuff. Like that beautiful dreamer line just holds so much impact for me. I don't know why. Like just the innocence of a beautiful dreamer, the just dreaming in and of itself. But yeah, I could go on a tangent about it. But let's definitely move on because we're almost about halfway through the album and it's almost 3. So let's get it for sure.
All right.
Sweet, let's do it.
On go, 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that beat, LeBron. Okay, hold on.
I already like it.
You don't like it? No, don't hate.
I said I already like it.
I needed more. I need more time. You didn't listen. I guess we're finished. I'll have to go. I'll
needed more time. Yeah, I'm at a different state, no better mental state. The place that I'm in, still don't know how to fit in. Filling the void with emptiness, family still annoyed, working towards nothing. Still haven't fully digressed. That pack up and go was also sudden. Feel like my mind is stuck in mud. Been so long time since I just found me. Been lost, so lost, I'll probably won't make it back in time. Probably part of me just needs to die. I left a lot back home, but I still carry the baggage alone. Don't got any time for anyone else. Yeah, family's a joke, my friends are all on the phone. Guess I need to make amends before I make ends meet. But you know that I just need, I needed more. I needed more time. You didn't listen. I guess we're finished. I'll have to go. I'll have to go back this time. I just needed more time. Please let me go, don't cry. Same old thing. Life only got better because of new things. Have everything I wanted to go forwards, but home is pulling me backwards. I thought I was finally a good place, but my mental's at stake. A stake that was about to be burning the fire. Moving away, yeah. Burning fire, consuming who I became, onto a flame, heated by angry choices, my mind going through bloody emotions. Oh, if there's one thing that the world told me, like times like these just come and go. Opportunities don't just appear like this. Sometimes you need to lend an ear like this. Don't be engulfed by fear. That's what I thought of first, but see what I left behind just makes me think I needed more time. I needed more. I needed more time. You didn't listen. I guess we're finished. I'll have to go. I'll have to go back this time. I needed more. I needed more time. You didn't listen. I guess we're finished. I'll have to go. I'll have to go back this time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That one kind of. Damn, bro, that kind of the catches was a I can't.
No, something wrong with your mic quality. It's doo-doo.
All right.
I didn't hear anything you just said.
Yeah.
You just exploded in happiness, and I didn't hear squat. It was just a happy man going.
All right, listen. We back. All right, listen. That girl was kind of fire, bro. So that girl about to make me act up, bro. Listen, it was that good, but
You're about to make Shawn act up, Joseph.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean he does. All right, listen. Let me chill. All right, so yes, it was the quit, but like it didn't seem like I knew because you said. But if you didn't tell me that prior that I was gonna get pressed because it was a Quedeca type beat, then I probably would have noticed it. I don't know if I heard that one. Where? But that was probably the catchiest one so far. I need more. I just needed more time. Like that guy kind of fire. Sure, I should be on the crap. But listen, yeah, I really forget how the song goes. But that guy was fire, bro. What would you think, Gray?
Yeah, I feel like that's.
Wait, hold on.
Most,
Not to interrupt you, but you interrupted me like 10 times. Bro, what is the clip of me? I heard it, but what was that?
3 trip on the Ross, 7 on the trip for Ross for me. We top of Mount Lemon, not top of Mount Lemon, top of Sedona, overlooking with everybody.
No.
First,
What did I
first,
say?
first big trip for your birthday. 3 trip on the Ross? I'm like, ooh, 7 trip on the Ross? I'll show you the video. I'll send you the video.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, go on, Gray.
Well, if there's a part of the song where someone's speaking and you can kind of feel your IQ going down a little bit, it's most likely Shawn speaking. Kidding. I'm joking around. Shawn, I love you.
Not funny.
No, but I actually definitely feel like that was by far the catchiest song that you've had on this album. Um, I love the lyrics. I love the flow. I love the little. I think it was like a little electric guitar in there. It was really catchy, and I like the more upbeat vibes it had to it. I think that it's now we're finally starting to enter that point in the album where things are getting a little happier, a little more upbeat, and you can. I think that's pretty apparent by the way the song went. But yeah, I think that the flow was great. That was, what the complaints I had about flow in the last one that it was more than made up for with this one, and I enjoyed it. I think that was really well put together, and I am liking where we're going with this direction. So yeah, good job, man.
Forgot how much I enjoyed that song. Uh, honest. I think, yeah, at this point in the album, I've heard the whole thing, but from tracks 1 through 8, More Time is probably my favorite one out of all of them. It's definitely the catchiest one. Love the beat. Like, that I is like you have different sections. Each one of them seems to have like their own sound as well. Like this more section is like way more chill and laid back. Like it's a chill banger. It's
Yeah.
so good. It's a banger. But it's a chill banger.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
definitely
has
chill.
it definitely has a lot of replay value, and I'm gonna be playing that a lot. I love it.
Bro,
Yeah,
it
that's the
just
one with
like
the
it's
most
like you're
replay
sitting on the
value.
beach, bro. You eating just some like chips, bro.
Yeah, sipping on one of those coconut, like
Yep.
coconuts you just hold or whatever. I mean, I know that sounds
Sipping
a
on
bit
Henny,
cartoony,
bro.
but yeah,
Who is this guy?
Sean can if he wants to, but I'll stick with
Um,
a nice, delicious lemonade.
Yeah, so More Time and like Where'd You Go? Those were like the first songs ever made, like I said before. Freaking love those songs a lot. Also too, if you guys listen to the album movie when it goes to More Time and Where Did You Go? That was like the first transition that I made like flawless, and I think I freaked out for probably a good hour after I made it because I was like, "Oh my god, I could make something this crazy!" Like it was a great time. But yeah, let's get on to the classic. It's already released. Where did you go?
Yes.
Freaking love it.
I've listened to this
The
one.
banger.
Yeah.
I've listened to it
Oh, I
so
forgot
much.
Graves heard this.
Yeah, I've heard
Do we want to
this.
skip it or no?
Yeah, do we want to skip it?
Just time wise.
Banger,
Yeah, we can skip it.
though.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. I don't want to skip the bangers. We can. So
We
we'll
We
listen
should listen
to
to
it
the
and we'll
back
just
half
give
so we
like
can hear the transition.
limited thoughts.
Yeah,
I'm-
let's just give thoughts about it real quick, and then we'll listen to like half of it.
Yeah.
Well, so we can hear the transition. I'm thinking, like, let's listen
Oh.
to like the last 45 seconds and To a New Place.
Okay.
If you cool with
Sounds
that.
so angelic. I'm just listening to it now.
So yeah, just Nate, real quick, go for what do you think about Where'd You Go?
What do I think about Where'd You Go?
Yeah.
It's such a banger. It's like, honestly, it's just so good. Introduction to this album. Well, I guess not really, but it's the first thing I like heard from this album. I guess my song was the one from this album that I heard first, but I digress. I don't know. I just like the production. I think the production is so good. I really like how you into the drums in like both ears and cut out the middle. I don't know if I don't know if anyone else noticed that. Did anyone else notice that before me, or was I the first one?
No, you were definitely the first one.
No,
That
I
makes me feel
noticed
good.
that.
Nah, shut up.
About like later. Yeah, Sean, what do you think about Where'd You Go?
Yeah, listen. I made a music video for it, so of course it's a good song. Um, but Nah, that caught fire, and yeah, I heard that. I mean, we feel the music even for that a year ago, so that's crazy.
A year ago?
Yeah,
You said what?
Wasn't that a year ago?
May will be a
Mhm.
year.
Not on this for that long.
Yeah, I sat on.
Yeah, if
That's
you
crazy.
properly read the music video, we tell you. Sorry, go on.
Shut up, Sean. You're dumb.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Great. What'd you think about it? We're trying to move.
Bro, I didn't finish, bro. Hold on.
on.
Okay, it's a good song. Go ahead, Grayson Nash.
You can finish if you want, Sean. It's fine.
True. I did-
No, you're more important. Go ahead.
Wow.
I mean, like, I listened to that song actually. I think it was yesterday. I was actually on break in the office,
worry.
and I saw that I hadn't dropped a like yet on that video, so I went to drop a like, and then I listened to it like in its entirety, and I was like, man, this is really good, and definitely upbeat. I like the upbeat vibes. Very, and it kind of just explodes right off the bat, and I don't really know why I think this, but it kind of sounded like Shawn singing "Where Did You Go?" Like just the way the voice sounded for a second. I know it was you, but it just sounded a little bit like Shawn. But no, I mean that's kind of a weird take. But no,
What are you
it's a great
talking
song.
about, bro?
I liked it a lot, and I think that's definitely probably in terms of like catchiness level, probably the catchiest you're gonna get. But from what I've listened to so far, it's not. These last two songs, I feel like songs that I would put on just to listen to where I'm, when I'm at around the house, or when I'm, going in early to work, or when I'm driving to work. These would probably be songs that I would listen to, just to have a little bit more of a positive feeling going into something I'm doing throughout the day. So yeah, really good. And I've listened to this before, so I obviously, have a little bit more experience with what I'm saying now. But I liked it a lot, man. Good job.
Cool. Yeah.
I would
Let's.
say, yeah, it's definitely just so catchy, and I think that it's some of the best flows that you've ever had. Like leading up to that hook,
Yeah.
it's just like you flow so leading up to the hook, and I love it.
Yeah.
In the future, of my life. Yeah, that crack
Oh,
gas,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, I love it.
Just
Hey, and
so like
before Lake try. Sorry, go on. Sorry, bro.
thing happened by chance. You really think we got here because you? Now I lay in my bed and I think about where did I go? Like
Yeah.
you killed
Bam.
it. You just killed it, and then it goes in the hook. You killed it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always
Before
love that.
Grace tries to say it,
What are
let's
you
everybody
talking
know.
about?
Let's everybody be noticed that the title of this and the next one fit together. Where did you go to a new place?
True.
So before you guys try and you see what I'm saying? Ego eye type of thing.
That was deep, Sean.
That was deep. But yeah, okay. So play like the last 10 seconds if you want to. Where did you go? And then just jump right into a new place, and then we'll start from there.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
start listening to a new place right now because I just
That's
finished.
fine.
Where did you go?
Go for it. Go for
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Post Malone.
This is my homecoming. This is my home. This is
よなら、新しい家にこんにちは、友人、家族、そして私が愛するものをサポートする人々と。
What? Oh heck no! I ain't gonna learn Mandarin, bro.
You gotta learn Mandarin to get that one.
I got the lyric book, so I know what it says.
It should be in the lyrics too. On YouTube.
No, it's not. It's like. All right, listen. I don't want to sound racist. All right.
It says, here, I'll just
Yo,
say what it says. It
it's
says goodbye to home, hello to new home, with friends, family, and people who support what I love.
There you go.
Oh,
okay.
but why was it in Mandarin?
It was in Konnichiwa, bro. I don't know.
Because don't say that. Because it was an Easter egg.
Sean's being racist
That was
again.
bad. Yeah, that was.
Not being racist. I'm just being.
No,
Yeah,
you
being
are.
racist.
You are.
All right. All right. Listen. All right.
Remember when he
So
called COVID-19 the slant eye virus? He
okay.
called it that. I was
Stop.
like,
This is
dude.
not the place or the time. I never said that.
Gotta edit that out.
Chill out, bro. I didn't.
Yeah, that was racist, dude. All right,
That's out of
anyways.
pocket, Greg. This is album review time. Chill
I
out.
just need to cut
All right,
some of
listen.
this out.
Okay. So that was kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? Because I always heard the beat at the end of the beat at Where'd You Go, and so to find out where that beat goes, I'm like, that's where the beat came from.
That's where it goes. Yeah.
Because that was a Where'd You Go beat for the longest time to me, but it really wasn't.
Yep.
If you kind of rock with what I'm rolling with.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. The only thing I would say is I think it could have been advantageous to have a period where it's a little bit of because the Where'd You Go, like where I lost me, to it's this is my home and like I'm cool with it. I feel like you could have some lyrics to transition those two a little better. Kind of like place I lost me, but I found something new. Yeah, like that kind of thing. And then just my home, cause I musically, the transition's gas, but I am a little bit like, okay, bro's not where he was with Ripped Away. That transition to happiness and contentment was really good. And this was good, but I think it could have been a little more smoother, at least for me, which is what I'm thinking about, the transitions of where your kind of mind and heart is at. If it was a little more like, where'd I go, place I lost me, okay, now, yeah, a little more lyrics in between, and then to you being like homecoming, or like you saying like, well, guess what, I actually did find new homies.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe you do that in later songs. And so, but yeah, cool transition. Pretty similar to the other interludes, just super atmospheric and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right, great. What do you think, homie? Take 10 minutes to unmute.
Yeah. So wait. So how many interludes did you have, Joseph?
2.
2. Okay. I like it. I think it was simple. I think it was straight to the point. It was very. I like the lyrics. There was nothing too crazy there, but again, just accepting where you are at the moment, and I like the theme. I like the goodbye to home, hello to a new home, with friends, family, and people who support what I love. It was really good. Very, uh, just I think it gets right to the point, and it doesn't waste too much time, and I think it just perfectly describes how you're feeling at this point. So
Yeah.
I like it, and nothing too crazy to say on it. I think with the interludes, they're pretty straightforward. But yeah. So good job, Joseph. I like that one, man.
And
Really like,
Harms?
yeah, I really like the interludes. I think they split it up just so perfectly, split up each section, and I really like. I think I like this. I don't know. I like this one more than the other one. Maybe it's just I know the people that are in this one. It just feels happier to me. Like we're moving into this happy section. But also, yeah, I Gabe's voice and it gets me excited. So
Yeah, and I just have to ask quickly before we move on. Who were the people who were talking in the beginning? Were those just people that you found online, or were they like your actual friend group that you
Gabe.
recorded?
Gabe.
Oh, everyone. Okay.
That's the friend group that I made over here.
Hey.
Austin,
See.
Peyton, Benyon,
Be
Gabe,
my neighbor.
like
Okay. See,
all
that's
the
one thing I didn't pick up on. I didn't know that. Hey, that's awesome, man. So yeah, again, that's kind of following the theme of accepting where you are. So I like
100%.
being happy
It
where you are.
just this interlude just makes me happy. It's like it's an interlude, but it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick.
Makes me happy. I'm happy now.
Has everyone listened to my radio?
Yes.
Yeah. Gray, have you listened to
Yeah.
Your radio?
my radio? It's a song. Have you listened to it?
But I only heard that once, so let's not skip that.
Okay, wanna skip it?
No, I haven't.
All right, next one is This Way by yours truly and Nathan.
Banger. I'm standing up for this one.
Oh yeah. This
Bro,
one's
Float
good.
Through the Sky, bro, too. That one coming up, bro. Okay.
I know it's gonna be good. I
Wait,
listened
is
to
it?
Bangers. They're
Wait,
both
which one is it?
bangers.
Is it This Way?
This Way? Yep.
This
Okay,
is
cool.
with Nathan Gray.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, I could be standing up. Like we could get hype.
I know that you've been through the worst. You're gonna be okay. It's not always gonna be this way.
I've been through the worst, but it'll be okay. It was unexpected way. I never thought I'd be here with new friends this year. Some things end and others appear. Found a good place to mend, not defend for my broken heart. Extend my token star, I'll always be a part. This mental restart is just what I need. It takes some time to breathe. In the meantime, just think it differently. This path could have gone quickly. I added up, but this math was wrong. Guess I'll just carry on to the new life. The blue skies, review nights, and crew life. And things to get away. It's hard sometimes when people don't act their age, but I just live and forget it. I know it's not home, but it's a good place to find myself reborn. A good place to find myself without the mourn. A good place to find myself more. A good place to heal my mind from the war.
I know that you've been through the worst. You're gonna be okay. It's not always gonna be this way.
I'm happy nonetheless, it might not always be this way. I have the lovely question, what's in store after I graduate? Is it wrong to act afraid when massive change is coming? Written songs I'm whack and lame to pack the pain or something. Sad to say I lack the faith that more pain is a-coming. I'm scared no one will love me. I swear my friends will often spouses but me. I doubt it, if they have one kid, I'm bound to be forgotten often. I feel lonely, got a feeling all my friends won't be there for me. Man, I can't even fault them if they won't be. Will I be okay on my own? That's what I'm hoping. At least God's on my side, he's the only one I need to hold me. Right now, gotta live life, but hope he shows me if joy will be found in my future or if it won't be. I've been through the worst, but somehow wonder if the worst is yet to still come. I think I'll be okay, though it may hurt. When it does, I'll replay my new album. I'm gone.
I know that you've been through the worst. You're gonna be okay. It's not always gonna be this way. I know that you've been through the worst.
Meow. All right, what do you think, Gray?
Well, actually, I'm gonna let Nate go on this one before I do. Go ahead, Nate.
That don't make no sense. He's on the song.
I'm on the song.
No, I know, and that's why I want to hear something that you have to say before I say how you did, because
Hold on. You better diss him, Gray. Whoa,
No. That's not happening.
That kind of energy is crazy.
I'm
All right,
on
I'll
the-
go first. Yo, Gray, you something. All right, listen,
no, you
focus
guys
time.
think I'm gonna say something bad. You don't know what I'm gonna say.
I
It
want to
would
be able to.
it'd be either bad or
Obviously,
sus.
look, obviously, my opinion is it's a banger. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
what do you
say.
think? He'll be like, it's like a 2 out of 10. Listen, I'll go first. I'm the common denominator of awesomeness. But listen, all right. So basically, so I like your guys' verses a lot, but I think you guys should have just left the sample singing on its own. I think layered with it and everything, I just think it clashes, and I think it takes away from the contrast of having just her sing and then you guys rap. And I also think mix wise, it's kind of washed out. And then now verses wise, Nate kind of on a nice flow and everything, doubled his vocal here and there, which I thought was gas. Gets a little melodic for a second, right before you talking about how God's got you. I like how you saying that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, freak everybody else, like, who the freak care, because God got me type of thing. I like how you saying, like, yo, play your album. All my homies gonna get spouses, but I'm not gonna get spouses type of thing. And then, like, sad is sad, like, low key, but like,
Dang.
I don't know if the pain is done coming. And so I like that, and bro, I gotta say, bro, like, the kind of, even though I had a little thing of where'd you go to the last song, bro, this topic transition this kind of gas, bro. Like, this kind of make me act out, homie. How you trying to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, transitioning what you're talking about, or your mood or whatever. Because this ain't like, this kind of like NF happy low key, where it sounds happy, and what you're saying is not depressed, broken, I want to kill myself, but it's like, life's okay. Like, dang, like,
It's just,
frick, it sucks, but like, you know what? It's a little bit of perspective added to the sauce,
yeah,
and so I like that, and it sounds great, and it sounds happy.
I'm agreeing with you.
It sounds happy. And then Joseph be like, I've been through the worst, like what the, but like new friends, and, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, bro. Like, so I had a little thing with the chorus, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the transition to topic crazy, and your verse is good and everything, and yeah, I like I said, it's sad, but it's got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, perspective added to the sauce. You feel what I'm saying? All right, great, homie. Give your opinion, bro. What are you waiting for?
Okay, I'll make it quick. So what I was gonna say about Nate was, I actually think he was the best part of the song, like by a long shot. Excellent flow. His voice was really, really good, like really great. He had a great it was like, it wasn't really a raspiness, but it was a depth to his voice that I think was. I'm going to disagree with Shawn here. I actually think was a great contrast to the female voice. I don't know who sang that part, but I thought that was okay.
Chill out, Joseph. I can have an opinion. Sit the frick down. Go on.
But I liked what Nate did there, and there were some you and Nate both went really hard on that. And there was one point that I'm just going to point out real quick, then we can move on. It was the one flow that Joseph had that was pretty sweet. It was, I guess I just carry on to the new life, the blue sky, review nights, and crew life. I was like, sheesh, that was really good. And then, obviously Nate's over here with the who obviously you've got the flow down really well, and you didn't mix up your words, you didn't jumble them. It was very well thought out, and I need to look over all the lyrics that Nate went over again, but I think that it was really good. You guys both did a good job on that one. So obviously, Shawn is not not correct with all that he's saying. I think that he made a lot of good points. But then again, like he's coming at this from a music mixing perspective, and I can't really come at it from that point because I don't really mix music. So he's obviously way more experienced in that realm than I am, and I'm sure a lot of the points he made were absolutely correct. But I'm just coming at it from a flow perspective, and
That's
from
my
a flow,
opinion.
there are some things that have struggled in this album, but this one really, you guys hit the nail on the head with the flow in this one. You guys got it down, especially with Nate's part. So yeah, great job, guys.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, no, this song was a lot of fun to make. We loved and enjoyed
Making this.
Sounded
We
like
had
you
a
guys were
blast.
having fun.
it was a lot of fun making it. It was our first time.
An ad lib at the end.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
No.
Freaking
There- There, there's like one ad lib at the end of my verse where I just kind of just did it for fun. Like, no, we're putting that in there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Blast.
Yeah.
It's
And then you bros at the end was time like this song kind of chill or something like that, right?
Yeah.
a show banger.
Over break, we had
That's
another
the song
studio
I'd blast
session.
with the boys.
Yeah, we had another studio session over spring break. Talking about the song, and I guess Joseph recorded it and then put it at the end of the song.
That's so cute. No, but bro, listen. Never mind.
You gave up on that one before he even said anything.
All right, let's
Listen, bro, this next one, bro. Listen, I don't want to say nothing great, but this next one crazy.
Well, let's listen to it. I'm excited.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah, you're probably gonna hate on it.
I'm
All right, 3, 2, 1,
so gonna
go.
hate on it.
I imagine writing something different, finding a flow with a difference, making a new beat to unlock a fresh new experience, singing and repeating, enhancing new senses at the end with impossible goals, trying to mend with irresponsible foes. Hey, wanna try me, flowing creatively, thoughts tied up like hair in a knot, not like tangled, wrapped up in a tower of self-worth. You wanna be rhyming chaotically, I'm just spreading love and blood all over the scene, trying to figure me out like Holmes. Never understood the mystery why we moved from my home. My brain does not have the watts in it to comprehend the mental slaughter. Thenceforth, I broke out of my shell, dealing with trauma. Oh well, living in a new place was definitely hell. Had to learn and to grow in order to show I could earn trust. Old friends decaying like rust. Finding my way is a must. Must you always be so condescending? Sacrifice for originality and never losing my integrity. I know some of you don't willingly respect me. Subconsciously diss. Sometimes I reminisce about the times I felt bliss. Young lad living life. I could add or take away. I could be wrong, I could be right, I could be weak, I could be kind, people pleasing but defined, not intertwined, and I mastered my mind. Young child with a dream, talent flow like a stream, and moved away extremely difficult to comprehend. Shattered, left to fend, a mental collapse, an emotional relapse. Perhaps if he had the mental help when he was moving away, he wouldn't have been so mad. Just a parent to say it's okay to be sad. Imagine someone doing that for him, with a vision in one hand and ambition in another. Nothing really could keep him underneath all this rumble. Like I've said, the music is the outlet and life is the plug. Life feeds off the regret, the upset, the event, the emotional mindsets, the different places that you want to forget. It's a process, so thanks for giving it time. I hope you weren't disappointed, wondering what's next. Like T-Mac said, this is not a test. It's not a test. Nope. Welcome to winter, the place where we all healed from scars. It's a place in my mind where I feel safe, it's not too far. Welcome to winter. enter where we go to find it's a place we can heal our minds. And now the warm air, it warms me, and I have become free from time. And it's so forgiving to finally feel free, and the circumstances that are underneath. But I won't look down and I won't look up. You can cover up, but I'll still see. No more insecurity. The perfection in your eyes when nobody's around. Go to the place where we all got ourselves.
All right, listen. All right, so that was my radio. You feel what I'm saying? I'll go first. You feel what I'm saying? um, okay, that one interesting. Definitely feels a little more movement toward closure, but also just kind of like a banger song. I think "Float in the Sky" as well. Like "Float in the Sky" fire, but it definitely don't move the narrative forward. I don't mean that in a bad way, but like it just is what it is. It's a fire song. But I'm interested for the two songs after, especially "Destination." It'll bring to a place of anyway. But the transitions are really cool. In the first two, because the first two verses I really like. And the production, so like yeah, it was really fire. Honestly, I really liked that. And um, I know you got it from some dude, but like it's unique to a degree. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, he didn't ask to put all right Snowfall in there, but listen, it's okay. Um,
Yeah, I did ask, and I got permission.
he didn't. But the one thing I would say, and I'm sure the boys will say this, would just be the singing with that. You know what I mean? I would just yeah. To me, a little off here and there, but all right, homie, can I not get my opinion? No. Don't come at me, bro. Do not come at me.
Mass down, vote Shawn.
Plus, you covering my song, so of course I'm gonna say something about that. So yeah, I would just definitely work on that. But literally saying the whole entire other half of the song, I think is beautiful, and you're just you know what I'm saying looking over that. So, anyways, yeah, that's a fire song. I ain't gonna lie. Great, what do you think, homie?
Yeah, that one really just kind of came out explosive straight out of the gate. That little ooh, ooh, that was really, really good. I like that part in it. I actually really like the transitions that you had. You had like what, two transitions or three? Two, yeah. And I think that that transition into probably one of the best songs that Shawn has made in years was great. I mean, Shawn, that was a certified banger. Welcome, or was it called? Is it called Snowfall or Welcome to Winter?
Snowfall, nice man. Yeah.
Snowfall. Yeah, no, it was that song is excellent. Very emotional from Shawn. So that transition and kind of the best of both worlds kind of vibe was really, really excellent. And I like that entire song. The flow is there. Shawn's, little cameo there with his song was just excellent. And yeah, that was a good one, man. You did a good job. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, also that first part was very soulful. A lot of soul. I liked it. All right, I'm done.
I really like having all three beats. I mean, yeah, obviously called My Radio, and it's like you're listening to multiple different songs throughout the song. I really love it. Um, for me, it gets better as it progresses. My favorite part is the third verse, is just Sean's song, I guess, but I feel like you made it your own. Um, and second is the little like jazzy part, and my least favorite part is the first verse. Um, opinion, I think you could have flowed a little bit better on the first verse, but maybe that's just my opinion. I don't really remember the first verse as much, but I definitely like the other two a lot. Also, I kind of like how you have one of Shawn's sample the Shawn song like at the end, and now it's going into with Shawn, which the Sky is such a banger. It's a banger.
And listen, we're not gonna talk about how. Well, so they wouldn't know, but the original lyric just basically flipped them, because that sound like depressing. You know what I'm saying? His phrase like, but he kind of like.
Is it that you're like, why is it that you kind of like cut out a little bit to the point where it sounded like the transitions in my radio?
Oh no, I don't know. My bad. All right, here we go. The best song.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, bro. Hey, yo, I want to see everybody twerking.
First, Shawn.
Whoa, hold on.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why. I've been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why. It's a different type of vibe, unexpected high, something that can touch the sky. My mind feels funny, so I take a step away and I look and I say life's funny in that way. Why envy the friend? Why chip away at the bridge? Don't throw if you can't catch. The ones that are hating are the ones that are saying, hey, I've got your back. I live mine, you can live yours. I don't need a worthless corpse. There's more behind what you're saying. Was it because no one showed you love? Or is it because you have a void to fill up? Blah, 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 blah. Wedding ring, here's something that you're not gonna be happy and fulfilled. Careful and blessed. The person or a family can't fix something that makes you internally bleed. It's better to break something off long term than let it fester and totally destroy you. Why do I worry about you when I can be high up in the clouds? Hey, I'm already up here. Don't come and join me. I've been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why. I've been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why.
I've been floating in my own atmosphere. I know that you wish you could be near. You could cheer me from the sideline. Work your way up to my life. You can stay down in that pit, always blaming everybody else. While you just sit, so when I'm floating on a high, you can stand it. Yeah, I've reached the stars, I've reached another planet. Everything just comes to me, I don't need a planet. And all the blessings checking out, so I just need to scan it. You don't like the fire, and I just need to fan it. You just always blowing on me, you say you fan it. Hey, yeah, you fan it.
Been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why. I've been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why. Long ago, time moves slow. Easy come and easy go. Nowadays it's hard to think straight. Nowadays everyone wants a fix. Nowadays everyone just wants a tiny little hit. The drink of relief, the blink of grief, the stress of life to be brief, the haunting of the past. Don't mind me, I'll just pass. The fantasy world we make without it. What happens to us after we pass? I'll deal with that later. The world is spinning slow. I got time in my hands, everything I need. If no one cares, I'll do this for me. Been flowing through the sky. I can see the jealous, don't know why. Don't know why. I've been flowing through the sky. I can see they jealous, don't know why. Don't know why.
All right, I'm gonna take the lead on this one. Nate, what do you think?
Banger.
Yeah, Greg going last though. Greg going last because we all heard it. Wait, you said you're gonna take the lead. What are you gonna go then?
No, I was just gonna say, Nate, you go first.
Oh, okay.
It's a banger. It's a banger. Honestly, I feel like it's too much of a banger to the point where it's like enough of a banger. I don't really pay attention to the lyrics or anything. So catchy. This has so much replay value. I'll probably play this one more time, probably more than any other song. Honestly, I love this song so much. It's so good.
Dude,
It's
how
an absolute banger.
many people at the album release party were like, "This is their favorite song"? Wasn't it like pretty much everybody?
There were a lot of people.
Yeah, like Shawn, everybody loved this song. Like we went around and we went.
It's not if it's
and it was like everyone said Flow
by pretty much everybody.
Yeah, everyone said like Flowing Through the Sky.
Dang, all right.
Of everybody's favorites. Y'all killed it with this one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Greg got to go last. Were you gonna go though, Joseph? What are you talking about, bro? You ain't reviewing. All right. Well, see, I actually can add a decent amount of review to it, cause I ain't heard that back half. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard the new version type of thing. Yeah, that guy. So that was pretty good. And I was like wondering where did you put the barefoot into the sky? But you put it at the last car. I'm like, what, bro? Put that, like, what the freak? I was like, about to shoot you type of thing. But like, that was fire, bro. And how you kind of like the chorus, like not gonna go on for a second, then come in like shoot it. Yeah, that kind of fire. But that's all I gotta say, because I ain't heard that part, and I haven't heard that song in a long time. So, but yeah, it was good. All right, Greg, what'd you think, homie?
Yeah, I think that Nate's absolutely right when he says that song has the most replay value of this probably entire album. Is unbelievably catchy. I mean, I'm singing it back to myself kind of right now as we review this, and it's just a banger, man. Like, I hate using that word, but it is really a banger. And Shawn was really good on that too, man. You went hard for your bro on that one. Don't take that the wrong way.
We did that on the trip.
I think I could have been a little bit better with my choice of words there, but in reality, Shawn, you didn't hold anything back. You and Joseph both really came out of the gate swinging on that one, and that's probably I can understand why everyone was so and out of the closet was so hyped for that song at the release party, because I bet I can just see everyone now just jam into that. So good job, guys.
Yeah, 100%. All right, cool. So all right, for these last two, playing back to back. The ending of I'm Alright Now, it goes straight into the destination outro.
I'm okay now.
We'll go around one more time. Guys, give your opinion of
Okay.
I'm Alright Now, destination outro, and then we'll go over entire album thoughts and then give it a rating. So, all right, let's get it.
Go. Yeah, sorry, just play it whenever.
Happiness confession. I think I finally accepted where I'm gonna be and where I've been. This place called home. Maybe it's finally time to call it home. But what about home? That's still gonna be there, just farther away now. How could I love this place when my heart has left a piece in the Grand Canyon state? Writing this album has been fun. I was angry, I was confused, I was amused, I was enraged, I was caged. I choose. Lord knows I haven't been perfect, but I'm still going through it. But it's better than before. I'm alright now, can call it some temporary peace, cause I know there's gonna be another fall underneath. There's just something about this place. Maybe it's the warm embrace, the unexpected social taste. Maybe it's because they support me. NC supports JDS more than AZ. Actual fans finally in good hands, genuinely care about me and the music, authentic, not forced to accept it. Home loved me for who I was. This place loves me for who I'm gonna be. Now that's something that'll set you free. New chapter of life, one that requires me to make things right. I'm growing up, but leaving some of that behind. My goals are ahead. Why wait for someone who can't take a step? Instead, I'm not trapped anymore. I didn't buy a ring at the dollar store. I saved up for my special day. Thanks to all and thanks to none. None of you really cared, so when this releases, I know who's there. To the ones back home, thank you for the lessons in betrayal and true and real friendships. Thank you for teaching me never to get married young. Thank you for teaching me it's not worth the gun. Thank you to the one who got me through life back home. She doesn't even know it, we might not even be friends now, but you meant the world to me. I'll come back and visit soon. Now take this outro and flow. Craxis is now complete. That's all I wrote. Wow. And just like that, it's done. Shoot, probably the most personal, the most real, authentic story is now complete. Shoot.
All right. So that was the last two tracks. Any album review, Nathan? Start us off, bro.
You know, over um, just phenomenal work, honestly. It's a lot of to make 15 songs in general, but all to one another to tell the story about a personal time in your life. I have to give a huge round of applause for that. It takes a it takes a lot of attention to detail to be able to off. Uh, I really like how you split it up into sections. I really like the three sections and how they're all separated. Like getting creative with the title and everything. Uh, Third section, probably the last section. The last section, like the conclusion section, just had so many bangers. Fun to listen to. Um, you have the move into the first track. I really like how you do that. With Craxis, like being ease of knowing how quickly your circumstances could change. I kind of like how you transition back into the beginning because circumstances could easily change again in an instant, and then you could be going through the journey again. So I kind of like that little detail. Don't really like as much. I do think that a little long because you have your long outro for "I'm All Right Now," so could have probably either shortened the outro to "I'm All Right Now" or just made the outro to "I'm All Right Now" the outro to the whole album. But other than that, I don't really have any other critiques at the moment. I don't really know what to rate it right now because I'm gonna do a full review later on. I think for now I'm feeling like a 7 to an 8.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Cool. All right, Gray, what you thinking, bro?
Well, first off, I just have to kind of applaud the determination and all of the time it must have taken to make this. Uh, as a person who likes to make things myself, it really is. It can be difficult showing someone something, especially a piece of yourself that gets so personal. And especially like your friend, like I can understand like showing it to your family or your close loved ones or people that have been with you through your whole life. But showing it to your friends, obviously people who aren't with you all the time, who don't know the struggles firsthand like you do and your family does, that takes a lot of bravery in a way and a lot of courage. And that's one thing I really appreciate about this entire album, regardless of quality, is the message. The message of, and again, like Nate hit on, the three sections that you had. I think that it was a really great way to break up the album, and it made a lot of sense. Uh, especially considering where you were at the time and opposed to where you are now. I really loved the kind of fast-paced songs at the end. I think everyone loved the fast-paced songs at the end, but I think that it is important to also consider the songs that you had at the beginning and the importance of those as well, because you can't appreciate where you are now without looking at where you've been, and that is absolutely something that I think you really hit on with this album. Uh, you know, so for pros, the entire message was, I think, in the end, a positive message. You started off rough. You started off thinking that you were a victim. Again, I'm going to say this again, but realizing as you go through the trials and tribulations that you were a victor, that you were indeed the winner in the end, that you rose above all of the crap that you went through, and that you were bigger than all of that. So that was definitely a huge piece for me. And like the reason why I'm kind of talking about it like this is because I can't really judge it from a mixing perspective, right? Like I can't really judge it from a vocal mixing or a sound mixing because again, like I don't have that experience. You guys are the professionals in that realm. Like you guys are the ones who actually sit down and make this stuff. Uh, so I'm just gonna judge it on how the songs make me feel personally, and some of them made me feel sad. Some of them were kind of mid, and then some of them made me feel happy. And you know, every song, every album when someone releases that are gonna have, you know, even like for super produced great amazing songs are just going to have ones that are in between and then ones that are great. But with this one, I really got what you were going for with the story. I really liked it. You know, there were some songs that I thought, you know, and just because I have to be, you know, honest with, you know, everyone, were some songs that didn't quite do it for me. And the interludes, they just don't really do it for me. I understand why they're there. They make sense in the context of the story, right? But I feel like you probably could have cut those out, and I still would have gotten the point you were trying to make perfectly fine. And the same thing with Shawn. Like Shawn did the interludes as well. I just maybe I am just the one who's out of touch here, but it just didn't quite make sense to me as to why those necessarily were needed. But all things considered, this was a very solid album, and I think you did an excellent job, my man. And I really want to say thanks for letting me come on and share it with with all of you. I know that you already had the viewing party, but I think it was excellent, and I think you did a great job. As for my rating, I'm going to give it a solid 8.5. 8.5 from me, and that is a solid 8.5. Really good, man, and you did a great job.
All right, homie.
I listen.
Hit it to me.
All right, we can we said what?
Bring it on.
So I'm all right now. I wanted to point this lyric, which I liked. It was, "Home loved me for who I was. This place loves me for who I'm gonna be. You know that's
I was
something
going
that'll
to
set
point
you
that
free."
out. That was an amazing line.
Yeah, that line was crazy. I heard that. I was like, that got me. You know what, homie? All right, so listen. So so that was fire. Yeah, I really like the ending song. Now the only issue I have with the homie, all right, is where you're like, "Thank you to the one who got me back home," and then she doesn't even know. Homie, I'm not a she, bro. Chill out. No, I'm playing. No,
Oh my
I'm
God.
playing, homie. I'm playing, homie. I'm playing.
She was referring to you the whole time.
No, I'm playing. Okay, so yeah, and then like Craxis is not complete. That's all I wrote. Kind of cinematic, low key. I'll come back and visit soon. Yeah, the ending really nice. NC supports JDS one AZ. That's true. Even a lot of your homies there, like more, like Nate, more hitting you up about your music than me nowadays, low key. What do you call it? But like I ain't been perfect. You know what I mean? Temporal peace, like it's not my home. But like so yeah, it's not like 100% acceptance, which is actually not where you are, but it kind of sounds about the acceptance that I hear in real life through the countless conversations we have. Where it's like 75% acceptance. I don't think you need a destination outro.
Wow. Nobody likes that one. Wow.
Well, and you know me, I'm all for elongated outros and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't serve the same purpose that the intro did because we were already in that mood. I think we would have needed more of a vibe switch for it to serve that purpose, but we've already had that vibe switch. Like so if you were to go even like acoustic guitar or something, like even happier sounding, so I don't think you needed it. So there's that. I'm overall, I'm not gonna give it a rating because I don't know, to be honest.
Well, first listen rating.
Come on, you're not gonna give it a rating?
Yeah,
we all
first
gave it a
listen.
rating,
Yeah,
Sean.
No.
first listen.
I'm not
Just
gonna
give
give
it
it
a
a rating.
rating now, and then you can change it later once you're gonna do a review of it.
No,
because
I
I
don't
gave
have
an
one.
initial review, but it might change whenever I look.
Homie, come on. Give it a first listen review.
I'll go through this stuff first, and I'll try. I'll go like critique slash positive. I'll just like intersperse it. One thing I'm noticing that I would critique is there is a break in the narrative at this way and floating through the sky. All right, listen, I'm on that song. That sound crazy. Don't get me wrong, but there is a break in the narrative. Um, my radio is like half and half, but it's not. I would not say it's fully a break in the narrative. Wait, no. This way is not a break in the narrative.
Yeah.
It's not. But floating through the sky definitely is, and my radio, not really.
That's
But
stuff.
it feels a little more out of place than like I'm alright now, for instance, and in my opinion, as far as the narrative goes. But I would say the most out of place, not that it is. I'm trying to think. Now this way is I just keep getting tricked because it has a feature. But floating through the sky definitely out of place, and my radio not really, but like a little bit. If I had to like say a song, I was like, so I would have put floating on. Sorry guys, I keep coming. I would have put floating through the sky as not as a bonus track, but like at the end after destination, just like to vibe out. Because for me, I think, again, I like the song on the song. The song definitely is one of the catchiest. But I think for me, my radio to I'm alright now, that would have been kind of, yeah, that would have been crazy because at the end you saying that you're like it's the opposite of Snowfall, which was the bro. No, that would have been crazy. You got so I really would have. I think Float in the Sky it kind of breaks the narrative towards the end. Would have made it a bonus track. Or just at the end after destination. Yeah, because it's just like a braggadocious song. Other than that though, and other than destination at the end, which I'm not a huge fan of, but like it is what it is. It's just like an instrumental. Other than that, I will say the So I'm just looking at the track list. The sequencing is really, really good. And I will say, I was like, I'm not gonna say this, but there's not really an issue in saying this, because it's positive. But I'm pretty sure who knows 100%. My opinion might change, right? But I will say, and I only say this because whatever, is I think narrative wise and growth, the album growth, I would say this is actually better than Snowdrift when it comes to like the like where you start and where you end up. At least first listen. Because I'm not gonna compare them, but anyways, so I would say in that aspect, I really like that. I think where you are and where you end up is crazy. This would be like you look at the new NF album and you look at his other albums. This would be like all of that, but in one album. It's also very like going through a bulk. I mean, most of it with you. It's kind of like okay, like it's actually it's factual too. I would say songs I like, songs I didn't like. So Falling was fire. There I was pretty good. Drowning was fire. Ripped Away was fire. The interlude. I mean, I like the interludes, but it's not like they're like I'm gonna play them hundreds of times. Craxis was fire. More Time was fire. Where'd You Go was fire. To a New Place, yes, interlude. This Way, pretty good. But I wouldn't say like fire. My radio, fire. Floating Through the Sky, fire. I'm right now, fire. So like low key, I'm not really having too many misses on this one. I would say I would definitely say improvement for next time. So production wise, you improved greatly because I mean we have to remember to compare this to Unforeseen Future technically, but even for my box, but especially if you're comparing it to that because they're both albums. Lyricism. There was here and there in the past where there'd be some kind of cringy things you'd say. Not that much really here. The way you presented your emotions, I would say, would be one of the biggest positives, and kind of how you put what you're feeling into words. I would say the one thing to look on is the catchiness and a vibiness that you find within songs like Floating Through the Sky. Still having that to that degree within the conceptual songs. And there definitely was songs that had that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Tired. Only heard this. Only heard everything once. But generally, that was a lot compared to past works. And I know that's really tough because the point wasn't necessarily that, but that would definitely be something I would say you could work on. And then the singing, 100%. The singing on stuff like More Time and Falling was fire, but like we all agreed on like the song or two where it was super dry, non-auto tune. That's the kind of stuff I think you work on that, and then some of the catchiness throughout the cinematicness, because I know you could do the catchiness because you listen to Burn the Box, that's really, really catchy, but it doesn't really have that production behind it. I think you glue both together and you're chilling. The choppy flow thing, which always gets you on, I really didn't hear that much. And so that was good. So yeah, I would just work on that. And I think some of like if I had to say overall, basically every single verse was fire, but then I would say some of the choruses is half and half. So type of thing. But the transitions, the conceptualness of it, the flow, the topics, the vulnerability, the sectioning too was crazy. I mean, if you even look the all caps, then all lowercase with periods, and then just first letter of each word capitalized to sort of break everything up. I would say the only other thing I would say would be um I don't know. I would say I probably like the first section best. I think it's the most fleshed out and the most detailed. I would say especially with like Float in the Sky, the last one. Um I would say I'm alright now. I would have liked maybe another song just focused on your homies and stuff you guys do. Um, talk about like the camping trip. Um, talk about going up to visit Gabe. Um, that kind of thing. Um, and so yeah, I think I also feel like Called Home could have been on this crap, low key.
1000% agree.
No way.
Yeah, I think it could have.
Sound wise, it wouldn't fit in, but lyrically it definitely fits.
Cool.
Put it
But
as a bonus
anyways,
track,
yeah.
maybe.
So
What's the
and
rating?
then with sorry, and then well, almost done. And then with the middle, it's only a Then again, I already heard two of the songs. So if I didn't hear those two songs and I heard Craxis and Where'd You Go for the first time, it would have had a different impact, right? So technically, I only heard two songs from the rating though. Well, I'll just give my quick over. I was impressed with this. I ain't gonna lie. This was fire. Okay, so definitely some things to improve on, but it's getting less and less things to improve on. And so yeah, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. There was things here and there, but like I said, it was here and there. And so and it really didn't sound like Quebec or nothing like that, if I'm being honest. So that's a positive. Um, okay, now overall rating. Um, say I don't really know what to give it now, but tough what to give it on. But if I'm just going over overall, saying enjoyment, which would be the only thing. Um, like 8.3. I say around gray, 8.3 around there. We'll say um yeah, 8.1 to 8.3. I know that's like specific, but I'd say around there. Definitely not like a 7 or 7.5, but I don't think it's like a 9 or 10. So I'd say like 8.5, 8.3. And yeah. So
Well, boys, it's 4 a.m. We did it. Appreciate you guys for staying up and doing this. Yeah, this is Craxis. This is the journey. This is the album, and I appreciate you guys' thoughts and opinion probably the most out of anybody um, in my life right now. And to have you guys on a call and to do this and top to bottom every single song is a tall order, and I'm really happy we did it, even though it is freaking 4 a.m. in the morning. But I just want to say thank you for doing this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for making me a better artist to who I am today. Like I dude, first listen, I'm getting 8.5s. Like, never in my wildest dreams. I didn't think that I was gonna even like be impressed, Shawn. I didn't think that Nate would love these songs. I didn't think Gray would relate and fall in love with this album as much as he did. Like, you
Great
guys,
likes every album.
it was just awesome, and I appreciate you guys. This recording just hit the 3-hour mark too, so congrats on that too. But I'm excited for what the future holds for all of us. Great, let's definitely keep on contact, man. For sure, with whatever we do. Yeah, definitely gotta
Snowdrift too.
definitely hang out some time. But yeah, my time's coming to an end. With my era, I can't wait to see who's gonna rise next. If it's gonna be Nate, if it's gonna be Shawn, whoever it's gonna be. Thanks for being here, boys. I really appreciate it a lot.
Rooting for Nate. I got my money on Nate.
Oh, frick.
No, well, technically, but he just dropped, so it should be me next. But it probably
Drop.
would be.
I
Nate,
did
yeah.
just.
Sean's
I'm
kind of
working.
peaked. Sean
I
peaked
did
at
just drop.
Snowdrift. Shawn
Shawn
peaked.
peaked at Snowdrift. That's
I
not
think
funny.
so. I think so. To be
That's
honest.
not funny. That's not funny. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna cut it. I'm cutting the recording and I'm going to bed. I got a long day
Yes, me
tomorrow.
too. I'm so
So-
tired. I got work tomorrow.
Yep. All right, boys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Till next time. You're the best.
Us though on the call.
Great job, guys. Great job,
Yo, hold
Joseph.
on. Nate, have you heard
Good.
Snowdrift?
I need to listen to it still.
But I
Have you-
got fire, bro.